Michael Oliver had a brilliant game.
No.
But I knew you man were going to record. I knew you man were going to come on a wind-up team, bro. You're on a wind-up team. You're taking a mic, bro.
Hold on.
He took the piss.
Michael Oliver had a very good game.
No, he didn't have a good game, bro.
Yes, he did.
Off that alone, you can't say he had a good game.
Yes, he did.
He ruined the game, bro. How has he not ruined the
game?
game?
On both sides, let play run, and he knew when to put the
He
whistle.
ruined the game.
No, he
How
never
is
ruined the
that
game.
a
No, he
red
never ruined the game. He had a
card?
very good game.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the FTF podcast, full-time footy show. 4 in a row? 4 in a row? 3 in a row?
What?
Episodes, match weeks in a row that we've done.
4.
Matchweek 5.
We've only missed
Yeah, we missed
match
the
week
first
2,
one.
sorry, yeah. Because people didn't want to be in the
No,
country.
we missed Matchweek 1.
2. No, 1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we missed
4,
actually
5.
1, yeah.
So 4 consecutive.
But yeah, as you guys know, today is very, very juicy episode. A lot has happened. You know, we've got some unhappy people on the table. You know what's funny? The only thing, like, this is the hot seats right here today. Because these two, United fan and Arsenal fan, dropped points. And as you know, Chelsea fan again. We'll get into that in a second. Obviously, you've got Shubs, the presenter, the co-host, the founder, the director, producer.
Nice one. I should go yard now.
Do you know
Go yard now, yeah?
Go on.
Listen, United fan. Hamid is back. We're back 0-0.
Yep.
Didn't win.
Got Jam here. If he wants to
Talk about
talk.
it
I
later.
don't know if he wants to talk. I don't know if he's happy to talk today.
I was dragged here. I didn't want to make this video, I'll be honest with you.
Tried to say he was sick and that. Yeah, missing
You
it.
tried to put him out.
Tried to pull a sickie.
12-hour shift, heads
Oh,
banging,
shush.
they dragged me.
But
We're
yeah,
here. Jam, Arsenal fan, gonna till I die.
of course, guys, all these kits on the table. Captain Kits on Instagram. Guys, also make sure you follow our socials, man. It's going to be on the screen. Follow the FTF socials on all platforms. And yeah, let's get into it, man. I can't lie. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Manchester City versus Arsenal. 2-2. Haaland, Stones, Calafiori, Gabriel. Yeah, exactly.
Already?
Exactly that. Haaland's first goal. Savinho on the right wing. Wow. I don't know who was it, Calafiori or Gabriel? Calafiori turned him inside out. Didn't know if he was in Italy or England. He forgot.
Someone said he sent him to Milan Fashion Week.
Milan Fashion Week, right? And he played that ball. You know what? Did you see him delay a little bit?
Yeah.
He could have passed it a bit earlier.
He could have.
And then you had Haaland.
Made sure Haaland was onside.
Yeah, Haaland was through on goal. And I'm not gonna lie, I'll be honest, it wasn't a great finish. Greatest finish. It wasn't. It wasn't even in the corner.
It was on his weak side, and he still traveled it into the corner.
Traveled it, but it wasn't
Into
in the
the weak-
corner. It wasn't in the
but it
corner.
was a very
I think he
smart
gave the
finish.
eyes. He gave the eyes.
Keeper didn't expect it. That's more
But
so a reason.
if you
rather than
isolate
see
it, the finish, it wasn't a great finish. It wasn't.
I thought it was a good finish. I can't lie. I
But
thought it was a good finish.
Haaland's in the history books. 100 goals
Shock horror.
in 105 games. And who's the only guy to ever match that?
Cristiano Ronaldo
Okay.
from a winger position.
But he did it at Madrid though. He didn't do it in the Prem.
He did it at Madrid, but in a
Yeah.
position where
Yeah,
he's further
where
away
he's
from the
not
goal.
supposed to be getting
It's
goals
more
like
impressive
that.
than Haaland. Haaland, well done, fantastic, but you know.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's-
Everyone knows that. You don't really need to say that.
What?
There's not really a comparison.
Of course, I'm just making sure that you know.
But what's crazy is that that's the kind of
What a
levels.
record, what a record,
Because
by the way.
Ronaldo at Madrid,
Absolute
incredible player,
shock.
and Haaland managing to match that feat.
says a lot, man.
And you know what? Let me talk a bit about Haaland. I think this season, so far, is the best version of Haaland that I've seen.
In terms of what?
In terms of just his he looks so much more hungry, so much more clinical. He just looks like a beast.
He looks a lot cleaner with his feet.
A lot cleaner. And his link-up play is improving as well.
Yeah,
you know, last season he said that he doesn't care if he has 4 touches and scores 4 goals. But this season he's getting involved a bit more. And I think, scary times, I'll be honest, man. And is it crazy to say by the time he leaves the Prem, if he stays here, he's going to be the best striker the Prem has ever seen? Is that crazy?
How old is he? 24? 23?
Yeah, he's very young.
You know what I mean? Early 20s and
Possible.
Why?
No, he said possible.
Oh, it's possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he said
impossible.
possible.
Oh yeah, nah, crazy. What a record, man.
Okay. And then second goal, obviously the equaliser. A bit of controversy
What a finish, though.
on that goal.
Welcome to the Prem.
Do you agree? Before I say, because obviously.
The thing is, when I speak, I'm not going to stop speaking, so I'm just trying to let you know.
Okay. All right. Fucking hell. The second goal you had someone's fouled in the build-up for Arsenal, and then the ball was actually the free kick was taken like 10 yards in front of where it was actually taken, and the ref was talking to Kyle Walker. So the ref should have actually blown the whistle for the game to restart, but he never, which is why the Man City players were unhappy. And do you think that was a fair goal?
Yeah.
You think that was a fair goal?
Of course he's going to say yeah.
Okay, well, if that was against Arsenal, would you be happy with it?
Yeah. Get back.
No, but you know you lot would cry so much.
Yeah, it was. First of all, the free kick wasn't taken where it should have been.
Yeah.
Secondly, the referee was talking to Kyle Walker.
Yeah, he allowed the quick take to happen.
Exactly.
You
When you
can't do
stop play and talk to the players, you're meant to restart play by blowing the whistle, which that never happened. But to be fair, Calafiori, what a goal!
You know why there's no stopping it, yeah? It's because when he's shot, it's curling away from Edison.
Yes.
Because he's on the edge of the box, so it's going away from him. It's not on the other side, it's on the inside. It's going towards the outside, curling away like that. So even if he dives for it, it's just going away from him.
I think also
what a strike.
Well done, Martinelli as well.
Edison
finally
didn't
got your goal contribution.
Finally.
They were talking on you.
Feb 2024.
We'll talk about you as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on. What do you think about that
Been a
goal?
long
And do
time.
you think it was fair, Arsenal fan?
Yeah, I think it was fair.
What do you think about
I
the
said it
goal?
was fair already, but
What about the goal?
Amazing, unreal goal. Welcome to the Premier League. You made a mistake at the start. You put us 1-0 down. Then you rectified your mistake with a brilliant goal. Made it 1-1.
And then another controversial goal.
oh my god, this goal here, this corner.
Gabriel, he scored. Well,
In similar fashion.
it's happened again.
to the Spurs game.
Happened last week against Spurs. It's happened again this week. And you know, we posted a clip on TikTok and people are saying that it's fair. But the thing is, until it happens to your club, you won't say it's fair. Do you know what I mean? I think this week's one against Edison was actually quite worse than last week's Vicario, where I think it was Martinelli and someone else actually bumped into Edison intentionally, not looking at the ball, not trying to get the ball,
With the sole intention of
blocking
to
Edison.
impede the goalkeeper.
Exactly.
Shocking. It's not. You can't do that.
It's
Cannot do that.
something they've been doing since last season. And like I said in the previous episode, there's something that needs to be stamped out of the game. It's horrible. Horrible. And I think if it was against us as a Chelsea fan or United fan or whatever fan, Crystal Palace, Everton, you'd be unhappy. Because it's a clear tactic that they have.
I wonder what would happen if the keeper went down. Like if they tried to go for it and they went down, then maybe the referees would be like, "Oh, foul." But because the goalkeeper, it's just like they're blocked from going,
Yeah.
so they don't actually, you know what I mean? Like they don't make a meal out of it.
Yeah.
But really and truly, refs need to actually have a look at it.
It's a joke.
There needs to be a rule now implemented where if you're not attempting to play the ball and just a man, then it's a foul.
But
like I said last week, I'll say it again. They made rules on it at the end.
Screening him. Why is he
at the
screening
end
him?
of
It's not
last
basketball.
season. Shut up. They made rules on it at the end of last season because of what we did. So this season,
What's the rule?
I don't know what the rules are, but they made rules on it literally based off what Arsenal did last season.
So you guys cheated.
Talk to the referee, bro.
It should have been given a foul.
Who told you it should have been? Because Martinelli stood still.
I thought you said there's a rule.
No, I said that they've made rules based on last season's Arsenal free kick, not free kick.
I think it's
corner set
Newcastle.
pieces.
Newcastle, was it?
It happened a lot in the games where we used to mess about, like stand on the keeper, cause havoc in the box. with the
nothing's changed,
goalkeeper.
basically.
But they set rules, is what I'm saying, because of that. So this season, the rules, of course, they've been implemented. So the refs are going to be very strict on it, on enforcing it. And if they're not giving it, then
haven't.
it's very much within the guidelines.
So you see what
stop
happened, what
complaining.
Martinelli and someone else done.
He stood still, bro.
On
No,
the keeper.
he
He wasn't
walked
moving
into
still. He
it.
was
I
doing
seen
this. He was
Bro,
holding him back.
You get
And
your-
you
get-
opened himself up as well.
Oh, because Martinelli so bolo.
No, but
That's
I'm
not
saying
what it means.
it's
You-
intentional.
You
That's my
get
point.
you get your defenders to protect your keeper. Why are you not putting a player on Martinelli then? Why would
No,
you not do that?
but you can't counteract that with that.
What did Martinelli do, bro? He stood still and leaned back.
And he
that
wasn't-
happens in the
was he-
box, but because it's a goalkeeper, you can't impede him.
outside of the box, that's a foul. How about that?
Outside the box,
Outside
it wouldn't
the
happen
box,
because why
so-
would someone be stood still?
Someone knocks the ball around you. You walk into their path where they're
On
running
a
into.
free kick outside the box, if you stand on your man like this and he, for whatever reason, can't get past you, and you basically set a screen, yeah, but it's not like the ball's in play. So everyone stood still and you've set a screen. How is
It's not that.
Why would that be?
I'm saying it's different with the goalkeeper.
This is rubbish that we're talking about anyway.
No, it's not rubbish.
Stop
It's
the shit.
rubbish.
Listen to me. Let me talk
Why
about
is it rubbish?
Let me talk about the game. Let me talk about the game.
Why is it
No,
rubbish?
wait there.
It's
No,
rubbish. Why is it rubbish though?
It's a very important
That's
topic,
rubbish, bro.
That you keep on doing. It's something that
Bro,
happens.
it happened
every
last season. I told you they made a new rule. This season, the
What's
rule
the
is
rule,
impl-
though? But you
I
haven't
don't know
explained-
what the new rule is, but they literally said at the start of the season, based on what Arsenal did last season, the referees have been told be stricter with corner and set piece punishment
Well,
because
clearly
of
they
what
haven't.
Arsenal did. So if this season, when we're doing things, nothing's happening, then allow it, bro, because clearly it's still within the guidelines.
So clearly referees.
So why is it?
So clearly referees.
I know you guys
are not enforcing the rule.
We're not getting onto Arsenal. We're getting onto the
No,
refs.
you're getting onto Arsenal.
No,
bro.
we're saying
You got
it's
onto
something
Arsenal last
that-
week. You got onto Arsenal this week, but Arsenal, what are we doing? If we're not getting told off for it, why would we stop doing it?
I'm not saying
Why would you
Arsenal's
stop
in the
doing it?
wrong. I'm saying it's something that needs to be stamped out the game. I said that repeatedly. I said that last week. I don't like it. It's not.
Talk to the refs, bro.
Which
They
is my
changed
point,
it at
which
the
is my
end of the
point.
season.
It's not- it's
And
like
you're still
you're-
not happy with it. So talk to the refs.
Players
Don't
getting
talk about
screened.
Arsenal.
You can't
bro.
screen a
Don't
player.
talk about Arsenal. Don't talk about Arsenal.
I'm saying.
You just said you were talking about Arsenal.
No, it is about Arsenal because Arsenal done it.
No, but why are you complaining about Arsenal? If Arsenal's getting away with
both.
it,
It's
and
referees
not?
and
But why, if you can do something, would you?
My
stop-
point still
why would
is-
you stop doing it? If it's gonna get you goals, why would you stop doing it? Ask me that.
My point still is that referees should be enforcing this rule properly.
Well, make sure you specify.
They said they
referees.
implemented
Talk about
it,
Arsenal.
and then they let you guys off. So you guys got a free goal.
I know why
The
you guys
topic-
are doing
the
it. So I know why
topic-
you're
the
doing it
topic
because
is-
you want to spin it later when we talk about what we need to talk about.
one's spinning
That's why you're
anything.
doing
No
it. You
one's
have to
spinning
emphasize the small things
crashing out. Why crashing out?
against us.
Why crashing
because
out?
when it's us on the other hand, then you can be like, oh no, but you got away with it earlier on. I know you lot are doing. Come,
Crash out 10 minutes in already.
talk what you're talking about,
no,
bro.
but-
Keep your head, man. Keep your head.
But I'm saying, okay, forget Arsenal. The rule itself, I don't agree
Yeah,
with
that's
it.
fine.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
care.
Okay, I don't agree with the rule. Okay, for now, we're just a few minutes in, guys. I don't agree with the rule, and I think it's. Like I said, it's something that Arsenal are exploiting because they can get away with it. There's absolutely nothing wrong in what I said. I didn't say I'm not blaming Arsenal.
I agree with you.
Okay,
It's
so-
idiot talking about Arsenal, bro. Like we did something wrong.
No, but
we're
I'm-
getting
no,
away with
but-
it. Why are you gonna stop?
Because your team is a topic at hand. It's a team
No,
we're
but
talking
why
about.
are you saying
you guys done it?
Arsenal need to
Martinelli did
stop
it.
doing it? Why are we gonna stop doing it? Tell the referees, bro. Talk to the refs every time it
Okay,
goes back
so
to the referees, bro.
eventually, hopefully, when it gets enforced, you guys will score a lot less goals from free kicks,
And
and
then
we'll lose a lot more
find
games.
another way around it.
What's what? What's that?
Doesn't matter. We've got a fantastic set piece coach. We'll just find another way around it.
What's is it really? I think it's overrated. Now that we know what you guys' main tactic is when you cheat, to impede the goalkeeper from doing his job, screening players like it's basketball. Is it really a set piece thing, or is it you guys are exploiting the rules?
Alright.
You guys are exploiting the rules. That's what it is. And the incompetent referees, they know they're incompetent as well. You guys know they're incompetent.
Yes, I do know that.
That's why you guys are enforcing something that, you know what I mean? Like it's poor, man.
It's a dodgy rule.
Very bad.
But okay, that's enough, guys. Also, at the end of the half, Trossard got a red card, well, second yellow. Before you crash out, sorry, let me just ask Mo, because I know you might go crazy on this one. Was it a
Yes.
second?
It was. I know I was going to ask. Was it a second
Was it a
yellow
second
card?
yellow card?
Yes and yes. I'll tell you why. Because two offences, yeah? So here's that yellow card.
Okay.
The second yellow card, he blatantly barred Bernardo Silva in the back,
Yep.
where Bernardo had a tough landing on the floor, to follow it up by kicking the ball away and think you're
2-in-1.
still on the pitch.
Yeah.
Get off.
He got an offer. 2-for-1.
2-for-1.
Buy one, get one free.
So it's like he knew he'd get sent off. Then he kicked the ball away. And then to complain after,
Yeah.
get off.
You know.
And in that moment, he let his team down there and then. Let
No,
his
but
team
I
down
think
big
he
time.
thought he was gonna get away with it.
He did think he was going to away with
Yeah.
it. Because they get away with a lot.
Okay,
So-
I hear Jam's breathing quite a little bit. Let
him breathe, man.
Let him interject.
Listen, keep your composure. Where it's, you know what I mean?
Do you think it was a second yellow? Come on, be honest. I know you.
Let me speak.
Okay.
He got a yellow card for kicking the ball away, right? Not for the foul.
I think it's a bit of both.
Pick your poison. You know what I mean?
You're talking about pick your poison.
If it's not that, it's not that, it's
either one,
not that,
either
it's
one,
that.
basically.
Yeah.
I know what that means, but I'm
Yeah.
saying he got the yellow card for kicking the ball away, right?
Yeah.
I can't tell you watch it, but after we record
already seen
this,
it.
go back and watch it.
I already seen it.
Where's he kicking the ball to?
To somewhere where the
The
foul is.
left-hand side of the field,
Yeah.
where there is acres of space, and Martinelli is on his left-hand side, running in behind, which is what Martinelli's instructions were and what the teams were set out to do, to get Martinelli in behind. Trossard wins the ball back. Maybe it was a foul, but he kicked the ball away into space.
Yeah.
It wasn't he booted the ball away, and also the time between the ref blowing the whistle for the free kick and Trossard kicking the ball was 0.5 seconds. If in that time Trossard had loaded up his kick and stopped because he heard the whistle, I can say, Wallah al-Azim, Trossard is out for maybe the rest of the season. Every bone and muscle, artery, every metatarsal and parsal bump, everything is broken. If he stops the kicking action in that 0.5 seconds of him hearing the whistle blow. So, if he's kicking the ball not only into space, not just kicking it away because he's heard the whistle go, he's kicking it into space because he's not sure whether that's been given or not, in a game that is probably the most watched game all season. It's going to be the most watched game all season, where tension is high, passion is high, everything is on the line. Why are you now, the referee, taking matters into your hands to again mess up the game? You're taking it away not only from the fans, I said the referee. You're taking the game away not only from the fans, but from the team. You're taking it away from everybody, from the viewers, not even just the fans. You're taking away the entertainment from the game, bro. You don't have to watch 45 minutes of Arsenal defending. It's a training session, bro. You watched 52 minutes. Let me get it right. 52 minutes of a training session because the referee and his stupid incompetence wants to do the same thing that he always does. Doku kicked the ball away in the first half for the same thing.
No, he never.
And he didn't get booked.
No, he never.
Yes, he did,
No, he never.
bro.
No, he never.
He kicked it away in the first half.
No, he never.
And
No, he never.
The
No,
crowd
he
was
never.
saying, what's he doing?
No, he never. No, he never. No, he never. No, he never. I'll tell you what happened. When Doku kicked the ball away, he was passing it to where the ref pointed where the foul was.
No,
the
I
ref
remember
stopped being a victim
That's why I
every
didn't say
time.
this.
It's
What
victim
being a
mentality.
victim?
Wallahi,
It's
I
about
hate
being
this
a
team
victim, bro.
and I hate this
What are
team's
you
fans
talking about,
so much,
bro?
and you
How
epitomise
is that
it.
being a victim,
You epitomise
bro?
what I hate
Doku
about your
kicked the
team.
ball away, bro.
No, he did not kick the ball away.
The free kick was here.
The referee
Look,
pointed
look
to where the
free
ball
kick was
is.
taken. No.
The ref pointed to where the foul is.
No.
Doku kicked it there. Yes, he did.
Pointed to Saliba and said, take it from where Saliba is. Doku saw that. Doku kicked it down here. Saliba's here, bro. He kicked it away. We got the ball back and took it from there. He kicked the ball away, bro. I don't care how far away he kicked the ball. He kicked the ball away, bro.
No, he never kicked the ball away.
The referee had blew the whistle for the free kick to be taken, and he kicked the ball away.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm
You
not
never-
wrong.
Yes,
Watch
you are
it.
wrong. Yes, you are
Watch
wrong.
it.
That's not what happened, bro.
Watch it,
That's
bro.
not what happened. I watched
He
it. You
literally
watch it.
did that.
You watch it.
And how about this? Last season, Kovacic studs up into
Last
the back
season.
of Odegaard. What happens? What happens, bro?
last season.
Because the ref doesn't want to ruin the game.
The game we're on
but
about
this
is City
season, when it's Arsenal, he wants to ruin the game. Come on, man.
So ref wants to ruin the game.
Yes.
That's his intention.
No, wait, the
The
Doku
ref
one.
wants to take the game
Can't
into his
chat to someone
hands
like that, man.
and
Can't
make
chat
it
to him,
about himself.
Oh, is it? Okay, that's a new one. So ref wants to be main character, yeah? Ref's thinking,
how's that
let
a
me
new
come to
one?
this game and let me make it about me.
How is that a new one?
That's
Who's
not
the ref?
What a victim mentality thing to say.
Wait,
Was that a hard guess? No, was that a hard guess? That was Michael Oliver.
Hold on.
Let me tell you why it's not a hard guess.
It wasn't a guess.
Because he referees
We know he reffed the game.
every single Arsenal and Manchester United fixture. The past
United
six
didn't play.
fixtures. Sorry, every single Arsenal Manchester City fixture he's refereed. The last six. Why is the same manager refereeing the same fixture?
Same manager.
Same
Head
referee
loss.
every single season, bro. Why? Every game. There's how many referees in the league? Why is the same one doing it every season? Every season, every game. Why is he reffing it?
What are you trying to say,
And
like?
he keeps making silly decisions that are affecting the result of the game, the outcome of the game, bro.
Michael Oliver had a brilliant game.
no.
But I knew you man were going to
Hold on.
record.
I didn't say anything.
You were going to come on a wind up
Hold
team,
on,
bro. You're on a wind up team. You're taking a mic, bro.
Hold on.
He took the piss.
Michael
Hold
Oliver
on.
had a very good game.
No, he didn't have a good game,
Yes,
bro.
he did.
Off that alone, you can't say he had a good game.
Yes, he did.
He
have a good
ruined the game, bro.
No, he
How
never.
has he not
He
ruined
was
the
fair on
game?
both sides, let play run, and he knew when to play the
He
whistle.
ruined the game.
No, he
How
never
is
ruined the
that
game.
a
No, he
red
never ruined the game. He had a
card?
very good game. He had a very good game.
Michael Oliver started the game poorly. Shall I tell you why? There was a lot of things, and I'm gonna say this, and you might not agree with this. Arsenal came to fight. They didn't come to play ball. The first minute. Hold on.
Don't you dare
I
say
let
Rodri.
you talk for
Damn, composure,
7
man.
years.
Composure,
Let me say
composure,
something.
Composure. Head loss is crazy.
Let me say something. From the kickoff, Havertz ran into Rodri and said, "Yo, brother, I'm not here to play ball. Let's fight." That's what he said. I'll be honest. That's what to me. I'm watching the game. He passes back to Edison. He sees Rodri pass back to Edison. He runs directly into Rodri and pretty much hurts him badly. After that,
Yeah.
the whole game, the whole first half, Arsenal players were kicking, pushing, roughing up Man City players. I don't know if it was a tactic. I don't know if Arteta said to them, go out there and do this and do that. But me watching as a neutral, kind of a neutral, me watching as a neutral,
You're flipping head.
neutral, yeah. It seemed to me that Arsenal came to fight in the box. Party injured Rodri, bro.
It
He injured Rodri.
seemed very premeditated.
But the issue
seemed
that
very
Michael
planned.
Oliver had was not stamping that out of the game early. That was the problem. He let things go, and then Arsenal players continued to foul City players in intentional ways, and then it got to a point where he had to yellow card a player for, I think, kicking the ball away or something. I'm not sure exactly what it was. And then
Yellow card him Just because he wanted to.
From there on, he lost.
Maybe just because he can. Just because he's referee.
From there on, he lost control.
He can do
of the
whatever
game.
he wants. At the end of the day, he can do whatever he wants.
Yes, of
He's
course.
referee. That's why he did it.
But from there on,
That's
he
why
lost
he did
control
it.
of the game. I'm not gonna sit here and say
Very
Marco
good
Oliver
game,
had an incredible game, but I think for both sides he wasn't great. He wasn't great for both sides. It wasn't like he was picking a side.
I know this guy's an idiot, bro. You're just saying anything, bro.
Did you even watch
the game?
He wasn't picking a
Did you
side.
even watch the game, bro?
I thought he had a good game.
Did you even watch the game,
But
bro?
your point is the ref can do whatever he wants. And then he wants to make it about himself. That's just such a shocking
I think
victim
refs
point.
are just bad.
The
I'll be
ref-
honest.
It's a victim point. He had a good game, Marco Oliver.
The ref is awful. He's inconsistent. He made the game about himself. He ruined the game not only for the teams but for the fans and just the all-round viewers. Did anything I just say was anything I just said a lie? What was a lie? Did he ruin the game for you?
It's speculation.
Yeah, second half.
Did he ruin the game for you?
In terms of what?
Did he ruin the game for you?
Rightfully sending someone off.
Watching the game, did he ruin the game for you?
No. Trossard ruined the game for his team. Trossard did.
That's a mad thing.
I don't know. Wait,
bro.
I think.
Listen to me. Let me say
Your
this.
choice
Let
of
me
words
say this.
in
Let me say
terms
this. Let me say this. People are saying we have to hold Trossard accountable. I questioned it. I thought, you know what? Last week or the week before, Rice got sent off for something silly. No one agreed with it.
That's silly, yeah.
But it happens. Cool.
Yeah. They're very soft.
He got sent off.
That's silly. I agreed.
So you're thinking now, Arsenal, you're going to be under a microscope. People say, you know, you can't let the refs take the game away from you in the sense that, cool, decisions are going to go against you, but you have to be better than the decisions that go against you. So don't make silly little mistakes. Don't repeat the things that you got, in trouble for in previous games. Learn from your mistakes type thing.
Yeah.
So people are saying, yeah, Trossard, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have kicked the ball away. But again, like I said, when you watch the footage back, he's kicking the ball into the space that Martinelli is attacking. He's kicking the ball to create a counter-attack. The whistle was blown 0.5 seconds before. You have VAR, cool, the referee might have made a mistake. Why is VAR not intervening there and saying, hold on, wait a minute. You blew the whistle as he was kicking the ball. He's kicking it into space. He wasn't sure whether that was going to be a foul given or not. As we see in games, that's not always given. Bernardo, Silva turned his back into him. Come on, bro. All of that and sending him off in a flipping title race fixture. Man City versus Arsenal, where the odds, where the margins are so fine and so narrow. Why are referees taking the game into their hands? Can the players not play it? If he did an outlandish challenge, if he did something that was endangering a player, that was going to harm a player, if he did something that was an actual bookable offence, by all means, I will never ever get onto the ref for doing his job. But when you're now just... I can't emphasize it enough. Just the incompetencies across referees in the Premier League is just ridiculous. And I will tell you right now, Arsenal fans, also don't let rival fans gaslight you. We are victims a lot of the time, bro. Arsenal are refed differently than other teams. I'm not afraid to say it, bro. I don't care if you want to hear it or not. Every team has bad decisions made against them. I'm not saying that. I'll never negate that. Every team will have multiple decisions against them that shouldn't have gone their way in the season. But Arsenal, of all teams, as you will see, are refed differently than other teams. And I don't care anymore. I'm not going to be quiet, bro. Don't let other fans gaslight you into not saying that. Okay. It's facts.
I let him know, man.
Okay,
it's facts.
Let's move on because we might never agree if we were here for 100 years. So, obviously Arsenal got the red card, and in response to that, or maybe not in response to that, because
in response to that, don't do that. Second half, Arteta said, "We're not going to worry about attacking." He said, "We're going to defend." I know you're about to say maybe Arsenal would have just locked up the park 2-1 up at the Etihad. They would have just sat back and defended.
Can I just
say
what I was going to say?
You can say that.
I wasn't going to say that. I was saying maybe not in response to that because Arsenal started off with a low block anyways. So it just got deeper maybe. But I think we spoke about it last week briefly, but I think now more so in the first half, because obviously second half it was different. But in the first half, Arsenal are continuing to do this thing where they're doing a very, 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 very low block. And look, there's nothing wrong with low blocks, right? There's nothing wrong with it. But it's when Arsenal fans try to gaslight you to thinking it's not. Why is it a problem to admit that Arsenal play a low block, especially more so than ever this season? It's a low block. That's what it is. Mourinho was known for it. Sam Allardyce was known for it.
Antonio Conte.
Sean Dyche was known for it. These sorts of managers were known
Tony
for
Pulis
it. And I seen a tweet on Twitter. saying that Arteta is close to Mourinho than he is to Pep in terms of style of play, in terms of his counter-attack football, less like he sort of transitioned, because I remember in his first title race season where they ended up losing in the last final weeks, where they were very, very attacking, and since then they've only just come back, and their line has literally dropped so much. And this is not even just in big games. This is games in general where you'd expect Arsenal to have most of the ball, where they usually do, but their line is very, very deep. Is Arsenal, or do Arsenal play a low block style?
Arsenal don't play as high as we used to play.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
In certain games, we'll play a low block, but we don't play low block every game. I don't know what we want.
It seems like Arteta took the B-Tech Pep comparisons very personally. And he said, now I'm changing my style. Stop calling me Pep. I'm different to Pep. You know what I mean? Because people were saying Arsenal just another City.
I'm not sure what it is,
Listen,
but it's definitely different. It's definitely different. It's not the same
This is
team.
what it is. Like you said, the 22-23 season, Arsenal fun. Everyone's saying, oh my God, Arsenal, they're playing such nice football.
They'll always score a lot of goals.
This, that. Where did that get us? Where did that get us in the Wenger era and in the second decade? Where did it get us? Yeah, you get nice.
It got you
little clips.
respect. That's what it got you.
Respect to your head, bro. No one cares about respect if you're not winning titles, bro. You want to win. Yes, I know we haven't won yet.
Thank you.
But this
I
is
was
what you
gonna
have
say
to do. We realized the 22-23 season, you can't play that way. It's not sustainable for the whole season. And it's a lot cheaper to build from the back in terms of purchasing players,
Defense.
to build from the back forward than the other way around. So you can build a solid team based on, your defenders and your midfield before you start investing into the attackers, which are all right now, unless you have unreal scouting, gonna cost you upwards of 80, 100 million for, the big marquee signings that you want. So Arteta has done that. He's built from the back. And as a result of that, as a byproduct of that, we are a more defensive side than we used to be. Is that a problem? No.
It's not a problem.
Don't
but
care.
It's
I
just
don't-
not
I-
a-
don't
Wins
think
the
there's
games.
anything-
I don't care about rival fans. If you don't want to watch us, watch your own team. I don't care. As long as we win, that's all I care about. So you guys can have your own opinions. Yes, we are more defensive than we used to be.
Okay.
But that's my reasoning as to why we're more defensive than we used to be.
No, I was gonna say there's nothing wrong with playing as deep as they did with 10 men against City. They had to face 24 shots in the second half, which for a lot of them, 13 of those 24 shots were by
Over
City
Dybala.
defenders. Walker, Gvardiol, and
Ruben
Kanji,
Diaz.
and Ruben Diaz. And
Over
apparently
Dybala.
each shot was worth only 0.02 XG. So Arsenal defended really well to the point where
We're gonna talk about
they had
second
to let City's defenders get on the ball a lot on the edge of the box
Yeah.
and then take the most shots, where City should have crossed it into Haaland, man.
Yeah.
They should have caused chaos by crossing the ball.
Crossed
in.
it into who?
Into
But it was
Haaland.
difficult.
What's he going to
He'll
do?
win it eventually because City had the ball so
what's
much.
he gonna do?
No, eventually he'll win a header.
Against Saliba.
He won if he had the back post.
He
Whether
won it.
Timber,
and
whether
he-
you know what I mean?
And he was touch tight to him, so he literally, Ryan said, love. Thanks.
No, if it doesn't win it one time, he'll win it after. He'll win it
No,
after.
they
You know what I mean?
should've
Eventually
done.
he'll win it. They should have crossed it into Haaland more time. Because having 13 out of 24 shots taken by defenders, they were never going to score like that. The only time they did score was when they would have crossed into the box. So Haaland didn't get it, but it was knocked down from someone else, ricocheted, chaos, and they scored. If that happened earlier, City would have scored a lot earlier.
You know what they should have done? They should have put Haaland at the edge of the box.
To shoot, nah.
Yeah.
They should have bought Foden on earlier.
Yeah, bugging out.
They should have bought Foden. What are you like?
No, edge of the box.
should have bought Foden on
Because
earlier.
where the centre backs were, imagine Haaland just there the whole time.
No,
But he wouldn't affect the game there.
nothing.
Imagine just shoots.
But Haaland is not known for that.
Haaland in
They
the
should have
box.
bought on Foden earlier to play on edge of the box and do his trademark long shot.
Should have brought Grealish and Foden on both of them.
Yeah, earlier.
Okay, yeah. Obviously in the second
It don't matter.
half.
Like what he did, they got what they wanted, didn't it?
In the,
Can we talk about
in the-
Havertz and zero passes?
Wait, hold on. We can get to that. But
Okay.
In the second half, Arsenal, like you said, Arsenal defended very well. Some of the best defending I've seen, I'll be honest. 10 men.
They're probably the best defensive team in Europe.
The way they were
Probably
closing
not.
the gaps
Yeah.
and filling in for places. But also, one thing that stood out to me, and that is so important, but people won't realize, is that the players wanted to do that. They were so
Yeah.
selfless to do so.
They were happy and hungry.
Yeah, which is almost a
My
green
players.
light for Arsenal and
Fight for
Arsenal
the bench.
fans, because it's a hard job. Like asking Havertz, who's a striker for
Havertz.
Arsenal, to play right back,
Masterclass.
right back,
What?
which he was
Unreal performance.
right back, right back.
You heard who I said.
Oh my God.
Right, wait.
Standards on the floor.
Wait,
Genuinely.
he played right back and he was selfless and put himself in
Masterclass.
defensive actions.
Don't know word
Jesus
about.
came on, did the same thing. Gabriel and Saliba was eating up everything inside the box. And then you had Partey and who else was on the edge?
Jorginho.
No, it wasn't
Midfielders.
Rice. Not Rice, yeah. Partey and Rice as well.
You know what I'm on about, yeah.
And one thing I seen on Twitter, I don't know if you've seen it, TNT posted this. They asked the question of which centre-back partnership would you rather have? And
Stupid question.
I want to see you guys' opinion on this. The first one being Saliba and Gabriel. The second one
Here's my
being...
answer. I don't even know what the question is.
The second one being Ricardo Carvalho. Bugged out for a second. Ricardo Carvalho and John Terry. And the third one being Vidic and Ferdinand.
It's obviously I'm taking Saliba and Gabriel.
Yeah, give me my boys.
Said no one ever.
I think that's one of the worst shouts. Worst.
Nah, it was banter.
As a joke.
The admin must have been like just thinking, yeah, let me throw something out there, man.
I'll be honest. Like, let me not say this because
What?
I might get cooked for this.
Say it.
Is
it.
Gabriel Saliba better than Toby Alderweireld and
Jan Vertonghen.
Jan Vertonghen?
Oh.
Peak Pochettino
They're
days. They conceded less goals than them in a season, by the way.
But also, they never won anything, which is the argument.
They both
their
have
main
won.
argument.
They both have
yeah,
won
which is the main argument against Saliba and Gabriel. So they're probably on the same level right now.
Is that a crazy shout?
Start of it is a ridiculous shout.
I think
it's definitely not crazier.
More comparable.
It's definitely not crazier than saying they're on the level of
Carvalho
and
JT.
Terry and Rio and Vidic.
Yeah.
So
What do you think? Vertonghen and
they're closer to Vertonghen and Alderweireld.
Okay.
Maybe better, yeah. But that's a very silly question. No.
Okay. Havertz. You want to talk about Havertz? I know you got something to say about him.
Havertz, for the first time of any player in 7 seasons, managed to complete zero passes.
Can you just repeat that one more time, please?
Zilch.
No, the whole stat. I don't think they actually
For the
understand.
first time in 7 seasons, a footballer in the Premier League
named
Kai Havertz completed 0 passes in an entire match. Zilch. Nada. Zero passes in a game. Come on, brother. I don't care what you're playing.
Is it
I don't care
harder?
what you're doing.
I think it's harder to run the 15 kilometers that he ran that game
Than not pass.
than to
It's like him getting the ball saying, well, I'm not passing. I'm not covering the ball like that. And just losing it.
Oh, he turns
or
to
doing
one.
something else.
Turns
Turns
to one.
around there and just like gets fouled or something or kicks the ball away. Well, 0 passes. I talk, man. 0 passes.
He's talking.
What's that about? I want to hear your take. It's masterclass. It's a masterclass.
Yeah.
You can't throw that word around. Wallahi, you can't throw that word
How
around.
many kilometers?
I don't know if it was 15 kilometers. I'm guessing.
I thought that was a stat.
I'm guessing.
Ran
it's
15
maybe
kilometers.
No one runs 50. Probably like 13, 14 kilometers.
Havertz was probably the hardest working player on the pitch that day. He was a striker doing defensive things, and then on the odd opportunity that we had to go forward, run all the way forward, and then get all the way back before Partey's back. Come on, respect my boy. I don't care about the numbers in that game.
So is this the Olympics or is this football? Wait, which one is it? More firearm running or?
Innit?
Is it?
Good joke. Good
Is
joke.
it?
But
She's
Havertz,
a runner. She's a track star.
good joke. But Havertz did what he needed to do for his team, and how can I?
But how? I don't get it.
I don't care. I don't care if he has to do-
I
like,
actually think he
it's a-
sacrificed
it's a-
himself for the team. But I'm saying
That's what he
completing
did.
0 passes.
Yeah, that's
though.
a cool stat. Nice.
No,
It's a bad stat.
that is shocking. Don't underestimate
Bad
it.
stat.
What, he dropped in when he needed to. In the first half, he dropped in. His hold-up play was great.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. He wasn't.
What's he
How
holding
can
up?
it be?
No,
What's he holding up?
he was holding up the play, yeah, and then
where's the ball?
okay,
And then
but
what?
maybe he's not releasing the ball, but the ball's bouncing off him, or defenders coming off him.
The hold-up play wasn't great.
and kicking the ball off him.
So
it wasn't great.
It wasn't good.
Okay, it wasn't great.
Thank you.
but it wasn't bad.
You just said it was great.
His hold up play was not bad.
Forget the hold up.
He
I'm
did
just
what
saying
he was meant to
that
do.
stat alone.
No, I know it's an
Like,
interesting stat.
isolate that
but,
stat.
But in the second half, come on, what are you expecting? He's the furthest man up the pitch. Who's he passing to? Who's he going to pass to?
No, but at least get him up the field, hold the ball up, get people involved in play.
Did he not?
Even in the first half.
I think defensively,
In
yeah.
the second half, what can he do? Second half, he can't do anything.
Okay, first half then.
Fine.
First half, okay.
What's he there to do? Because
stat.
Havertz is
Second half, if the game went normally, then it wouldn't be that. So it doesn't matter.
he's the sort of player that you think physicality and layoffs would be his game because he's not good at much. You know what I mean? He's not great at much, the guy. So you'd think that's something he'd excel at. It wasn't even that.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Quickly, did you not see Haaland throw the ball and
Yo, listen.
please tell me you seen that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Haaland dashed after
I'll
they
tell you
scored the
something right now,
equaliser.
yeah.
Yo, can we say the
Haaland.
Wait, let's talk.
Haaland.
the equaliser.
Haaland.
Yeah, let's talk about the equaliser.
Because we need to move on.
Haaland was rattled.
fine, that's fine.
Haaland was absolutely rattled. Gabriel and Saliba, third season in a row.
He scored.
No, sorry, second season.
Captain Quiet?
Third or fourth game where we've locked him up. He got that goal, but let's be honest.
He scored.
That goal is from Savinho. That's a Savinho. He made that happen.
finished.
Put it into the space. Partey didn't cover his man properly. Calafiori, bad mistake. After that, Gabriel and Saliba had to catch up to him. Cool. That's the mistake from two other players. I'm not saying that he didn't score. Of course he scored. But if you look at the game as it is and look at Haaland's performance against Gabriel and Saliba, he got locked up again. He was rattled. He couldn't do anything to him. Gabriel was in his head. That's why he threw the ball at Gabriel's head. And that's why after he's trying to wall with Gabriel.
Funny, I can't lie.
Yeah, it's funny.
That was
It's
funny.
cool.
That
But if
was
Arsenal
funny.
player did that,
Hilarious.
all hell will break loose. But I don't really care.
Because no one likes them, let's be honest. Haaland's a likable character.
No,
but
it was funny.
no one likes Gabriel, man.
Why are you
Give me
holding
like,
different
like
players
him,
to different
It
accounts?
was funny. It was funny.
very
But
funny.
Okay, but keep the same energy.
let's
We'll talk about equaliser.
Let's talk about the
yeah?
equaliser.
John Stones, last minute.
What a substitution.
Last 30 seconds, maybe either.
Take your time with it. Stones!
Last 30 seconds, scored the equaliser. I'll be honest with you, my heart broke. My heart broke.
Wait, this is a romance story. What is this?
The way that I felt in that moment, I can't even put into words. I was devastated. It's the way that both instances that changed the game happened right at the end of each half. It's like you go through the whole half so happy, and then right at the end, they just flip it on your head. I'll be honest with you, the whole second half, I'm thinking, yo, City's gonna score.
Right at the
And
end.
then it gets
the
later
dagger.
and later and
Right
later,
at the gas.
and the hope starts to build. And you're like, maybe they're not gonna score. They might not score. Yo, we're actually gonna see this through. And then, yeah, dagger in the heart. Like
Why
I
are you
said,
storyteller right now?
my heart cracked.
Shakespeare.
I was so upset.
No, but-
there's one person I want to talk about right now.
Yeah.
Amongst all of the players, I don't have a bad word to say about anybody
I know what you're gonna say.
but an ex-Manchester City player.
Jesus.
There's a man called Gabriel Jesus
He done pretty well when he came on.
that is supposed to be an experienced, vetted player in the Premier League who has come on in the dying embers of the game where the whole half, the tactic was not even a tactic. The way we were playing was get the ball off them and hoof it. And then we go again, we reset. We did that the whole half. Why now, when you're coming on in the last 5 to 10 minutes of the game, are you getting the ball, doing very well to get the ball off Silva, going forward and then coming back on yourself, trying to win a free kick, which is then conceding us a corner and then leading to that goal? I was so mad at Jesus. Jesus does not know what he's done. How can you come on? You're supposed to be one of the most experienced players in the team. I don't know if you were having nostalgia and you know you wanted to, I don't know. You played for City before. What was that creeping in? What are you doing, brother? Why are you going against everything that the team has worked for, everything that we've done and sacrificed for the last 52 minutes? You're coming on and then doing that shit. Why are you doing that? So him, I don't want to see him play. I can't lie, I don't want to see him play again for the foreseeable future. My head was hot.
You know what's funny? If he would have got a goal kick from that, you would have been celebrating.
100 million%.
So
but that's the risk that he took.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
That's the risk that he took. You take that risk and you suffer the consequences. He took the risk and those are the consequences. People are not happy with him. Why are you doing that? If you're going to do it right. He didn't do it right. So it's not about if you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you do, then calm. No, don't hurry me on. I'm going to talk about my team, bro. We're going to get onto you guys later. We'll talk about you later. We're talking about Arsenal right now. So yeah, Jesus, I'm not happy with you. The rest of the team, pat on the back. Haaland was rattled.
David Raya?
Oh, sorry.
No, I'll be
David
honest.
Raya.
Probably your best player.
Fantastic. He was man
He
of the
was
match.
like a madman.
Hands
I'll be
down.
honest. Some
He
of the
was
saves
unreal.
he
He's
was
like a
doing.
cat, bro.
Gavardio, that shot,
That
volley,
Gavardio save was unreal.
it was like
bro. Probably
near
saved of the month.
post, and it was kind of blocked as well. I don't know how.
Yeah,
He,
Gavardio couldn't have hit that better. Raya, unreal save.
and he was collecting crosses like nothing. To be fair, David Raya is probably, apart from the first goal, I'd say he's probably not to blame for anything in that game.
But what we saw was one of the best attacking teams in Europe versus one of the most defensive teams in Europe. The attacking team had an extra man. You know,
Without
Arsenal,
Rodri.
we saw it through
Without De Bruyne.
until the very, very end. You know, it was a draw. To us, it felt like a loss. I saw Man City fans celebrating. They want to talk about mentality monsters. If Arsenal did that, maybe it would be a different story. But City is celebrating a draw. Arsenal were devastated. It felt like a 3-point loss. Man City, we're going to catch you at the Emirates, bro. When you come back, you're going to see well gone. Because we're definitely cooking them. We're the better team. We're better than them. They have, you know, the trophies and everything to back them. But I genuinely believe, especially after today's game, I think that Arsenal is going to win the Premier League more than ever before. Man City, I don't rate you guys anymore like that.
I was going to ask
We're
you
better
that
than
question. I was actually going to ask you that question. Do you still think?
We're going to win. This is giving the players more hope, bro. This is giving... The way that they perform today shows that we can go out and play against any side in Europe and get a result, bro. The way that we had to sit back for the last 45 minutes, the sacrifice, it shows that we don't have to be... We're not a selfish team. We're very, very selfless. We'll do what we need to get the result. Unfortunately, again... Listen, if you said to most Arsenal fans before the game, would you take a 2-2 draw at the Etihad? A lot of them would have said yes,
bite your
we'll
hand
take
off.
it. But it's just in the way that we lost it, obviously it feels more painful. But like I said, Arsenal, I believe we are the better team than Man City. Obviously they have Haaland and De Bruyne.
What didn't play?
De Bruyne
They can do a mad thing. De Bruyne
Ake
wasn't
was
there.
out.
Haaland was there though. Yeah, I think Arsenal is gonna win the league this season. I said it before, but I'll say it again.
Arsenal
He changed his
can do it?
opinion the other week. He's not gonna say it today. He's gonna keep how it is. He can believe what he wants to believe. But genuinely, I believe that we're gonna beat them to the title this season, inshallah. And yeah, man.
This was Man City, by the way, without a deep block master like Kevin De Bruyne. Rodri out in the first half.
If Kevin De Bruyne was there second half, I'll be
Phil
honest.
Foden not match fit. Do you know what I mean? Like this is City still depleted, and we know City start the season off quite slow in general.
Still undefeated.
You know, like they didn't lose that game. Sorry, they didn't lose that game. And like they don't know when they beat. Last second to get a goal like that. When it's whole second half, they were attacking really poorly, in my opinion. They never, used the right tactic to break Arsenal down. Defenders taking shots from everywhere, and Arsenal still put out with a draw. Arsenal should be very happy with this draw. They should not be like thinking, oh, it's 2 points dropped. No, you take a draw at Etihad, even like 10 men, everything, circumstances, and you run away with it.
Yeah.
Because this is City, they're still very good, but they're not full pelt yet, So City gonna win the league, in my opinion.
All right.
Don't know what I was on about earlier.
Obviously, guys, that was a bit longer than we expected, but let's move on to the next game. We've got the other hot seat to my left, United fan. Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. United were away at Selhurst Park, 0-0. What's your overall thoughts on the game, or do you want me to?
I'll just give my thoughts. It'll be brief anyway.
Yeah, go on.
I think that United should have won that game based on the chances created, the quality of chances we created. We controlled the ball. We controlled the game with and without the ball very, very well to a very high standard. Once again, everything came from Joshua Zirkzee, and then Ten Hag decided, let me take Zirkzee off 60th minute and bring on Højlund, who.
Boing.
Sorry.
That's his touch.
He bought on Rashford.
You don't even need to insert sound.
He bought on Rashford.
Boing.
So
Trampoline
he
bouncy
thought
castle touch.
that. Yeah, have a striker.
Okay.
Better striker than
So
Højlund.
everything good that was coming in United attack was going through Zirkzee. Ten Hag said, let me take him off, put Rashford up top. Højlund came on later, who's not match fit at all, who only had 50 minutes to play. He came back from quite a bad injury as well from pre-season.
What was it, hamstring? What was it?
It
Saturn.
wasn't a good injury. I'm not sure what it was.
Okay.
But he came back from an injury. And United, this season we are the highest in XG.
Is it?
Yeah, or top 2, top 3, and we've only scored 5 goals from an XG of 10.
Is it?
Yeah.
Smashed it.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
I'm explaining that what's going on.
No.
You're still right from earlier, you?
How's that going for you?
You're still right from earlier.
Haven't lost a game.
Huh?
Haven't lost a game.
Have
this
won
season.
Champions League.
Okay, guys, let's not digress.
Anyway,
let's wait.
goodness me.
Wait. Let
That's
me.
all United fans can say,
Wait, hold on.
I can say many things. I can say many things.
Maybe when you watched it.
I can say many things. Is your head still rattled?
My head's gone.
Your head's gone.
My head's on Mars.
I can tell.
Yeah, I know.
Not great. So maybe
We
you want
drew
to,
against City.
Maybe you want to calm down and move on.
We drew against City. My head is gone.
Yeah.
You drew against Crystal Palace.
No, you have lost.
And my head's not gone.
Huh?
Against Brighton.
Who did we lose against?
Brighton.
Yeah, you thought it was a loss. We didn't lose. We drew.
Was it a draw?
When we got shanked.
No, they haven't lost yet.
We haven't lost a
Is
game.
it?
But listen to me. We drew against Man City.
Alright,
My
no
head
one
is
cares,
gone.
bro. Alright.
We drew against Crystal Palace. He's saying, no, I'll keep it brief. I don't really. Yeah, it is what it is. We should have won.
You're not angry
That's
that
the
you-
levels.
you
Come on,
drew-
bro.
you drew
Talking about
against
Champions
Crystal
League. That's the levels
I'm not
right
happy
now,
at all,
bro.
but I'm taking the positives away from it because or positive from it, because I think
Devils.
any other day we win that game. The Bruno chance, he should have scored. He hit a Trivella where he could have taken one more touch and shot properly. Garnacho should have scored as well, hit the bar. Should have scored another time as well when the ball came to him. Just overall, but like Palace, we limited them, man. We controlled the game very, very well. And my worry is I don't think Ten Hag will be able to set up this same way against inferior teams in the future. That's my only worry. If we do play the way we played against Palace, we'll win majority of the games.
Okay,
I really believe that.
Let me just go back to what you were talking about first. Rasmus Højlund. Are you worried about Rasmus Højlund? Because
No, not at all. Not in the slightest.
Hold on. Because you have Joshua Zirkzee. If both are fit, who starts?
For now, for me, Zirkzee.
But
I also see a game where we might need to have both, because Zirkzee is really, really, really good at connecting attacks, and having Højlund on the end of our attacks would not be the worst idea in the world. I'm not in the slightest worried about Rasmus Højlund. He just came back from injury and had a 10-minute cameo. That means nothing really.
I think looking at Højlund's overall game it lacks a lot.
No, but I know you don't like
it.
him.
Lacks
There's
nothing I said that is wrong.
I think I was wrong about Højlund. I think I rated him too highly.
Why? Okay, so your opinion now changed based off 10 minutes and one bad touch.
No.
That's how I know how like easily
realize-
swayed you are. You are very easily swayed.
Realization has sunk in.
It's a process.
Like what?
It's a process.
Why is the mind on
Of watching him watching him play, I think my opinion of him.
This is his first 10 minutes in the season. It's his first cameo in the entire season.
No, but I watched him at the end of last season.
Oh, and you're
as
rating him at the end of last season, where he was brilliant at the end of last season.
Yeah, but you know when you say
So
something.
what changed?
Because you know when you say something, sometimes you're like, nah, let me see it through. Let me stand on it. Let me wait. He's not doing me right, but I believe. Only so much believing I can do. And now after saying that,
why? Say why.
No, I
Say
feel
why.
like he's a very physical player.
He likes the
Which is true.
physical end of the game, yeah.
Yes. He can strike through the ball like not many other people,
Yeah.
which is true, which is what I've said about him.
But outside of that,
his overall game, his link up, his touch is, like I said, like a bouncy castle. He's not got a good touch. Outside of his, physicality and ball striking, I don't know how much more he offers to the game. Before I rated him, I saw him come on his debut against Arsenal. I saw him rough tussling with,
I think
with
that's
Gabriel.
where you
that set the standard
you had
height
the
for me.
image. You had the image of him.
After that, I said, right, this guy's going to be a good player. And since then, he's just got progressively worse and hasn't lived up to what I said. So now,
he has
after
not got progressively worse.
no,
since then.
since that,
He's not improved.
He has not improved,
Yes, he has
and
improved.
he's not performed as well as that. That was his. I'm not going to say his best performance, but that was one of his best performances.
No, it was not. The Arsenal cameo.
When he came
His
on against
debut.
Arsenal, he did very, very well, bro.
That is probably not even in the top 20 of his best
Has he
games.
played 20 games?
Yes, he definitely has.
Slow down.
Has he played that many games?
You guys are not that cameo because it's against your team. It's probably the only game you watched of him. One of the 5 games you watched of him.
No,
No one even remembers that, bro.
A lot of people remember that
No
was
one
his
even
debut
remembers that.
game. Bro.
No
Of course,
one
I remember
remembers
that.
that. It was-
I remember
it
him
was-
coming
it was-
on
it was a good cameo,
against
yeah.
a team, and he did very well. He's very physical in the box, causing problems, like turning the players, holding up the ball. I haven't seen that from him since, bro. It looked like he was just gassed when he came on, and he did well, but now he hasn't lived up to it. So, like I just said, I think I overestimated him. Be mad at that. I don't really care.
I'm not mad at that because I know he's easily swayed. But the thing is, with Højlund, I think he has the fundamentals to be a very good player. He's still raw in a lot of aspects, but it's nothing to be like, oh, this guy's not good. He hasn't got potential. No, this guy's going to be a very, very good striker in the future. He got 14 goals last season in a dysfunctional team that literally has no service for him. The guy does not get any shots on goal because he's not in a position where he's able to take shots on.
But
Okay,
Xerxes
I think it's
can
a thing
get
where
those shots on
yeah, but
goals.
Xerxes is not like Højlund, completely different profile. So
No, but you
what's
see,
that?
but he can get into those positions.
Completely different
But
profile.
he can get
at
into
all.
those positions, though.
He can't. No, he can get to positions where he's deep and then creates.
Links up,
attack
he links
himself.
up a lot
Højlund
better.
doesn't do that. It's a completely different profile, and there's nothing wrong with having 2 strikers who are different to each other because it gives us a different option.
Yeah, there's not, but I don't think Højlund gets a sniff while Xerxes plays.
I think Xerxes starts for now. Yeah, I think
I don't
Højlund
think he gets a
Højlund's
sniff,
also
bro.
shown at the end of last season he's a very good player off the bench, which is another option that they can give us. But as he develops, there's nothing wrong with having Xerxes as our main striker. He's been very, very good so far,
Yes.
by the way, Joshua Xerxes.
Top
And for
performance.
Ten Hag to take him off after an hour and then take off Ahmad and Eriksson, so all of our technical ability on the pitch and ability to break down a low block is now off the pitch and gone. I don't know what he wanted to do, what he was hoping for.
I think
You know?
Ten Hag undid his work.
Yeah. He undid his
He coached
his work in a
a
sense.
win
yeah.
in the first half. Second half, he
took
undid it
everyone off.
all. He took off the subs, killed the
Makes
game.
no sense. I
He
don't
lost
know, I don't know.
control. But this is the thing about football, yeah. You guys had the most possession that in a long time, right? You guys haven't really dominated
controlled the
possession
ball.
like that, yeah. But dominating possession means nothing if you're not scoring. it means nothing.
Yeah, of course.
Garnacho
That's
has
the
to do
ultimate
better
goal.
there.
Yeah.
He has to do better.
And Bruno.
Garnacho, you've done well this season. You've earned your starting spot over Rashford as well.
I don't think he has.
But now that you've got it,
I don't think
you have to show why you have it and that you can keep
Garnacho
it.
started this game and Rashford was actually on the bench.
That's what I'm saying.
There's
That's
nothing
why I
wrong
said
with
it.
Garnacho right now is better as an impact sub. The majority of his
I'm not
performances
mad
this
at that.
season.
I'm not mad
Yeah,
at
but
that.
Ten Hag said, okay, let me drop Rashford.
I think he rested
who's
him.
Proven
I think he
rested with five games in.
He played midweek as well against.
He came off after an hour.
But
For a
Garnacho
reason.
didn't start.
So
that game.
surely after an hour when you come off, you're thinking, because he's starting next game. But Ten Hag probably thought last minute, let me change it for absolutely no
But
reason.
then again, if Ten Hag was to play him every single game and he ended up having the injuries that he had under Solskjaer, then you lot would get angry.
No,
at
but
him.
if he's
you know
injured,
what I mean,
if
it's
he's-
about
if he's-
managing.
No, but if
his
he's injured, we'll know he's injured. We're 5 games in. Let's get wins on the board. Let's get points on the board. There's nothing wrong with it. Why are you rotating guys when we're 5 games in? We're in September. Garnacho is now known to be an impact sub. Why would you bench Rashford and play Garnacho when it's been working with Rashford starting, who's been very, very good so far? What's the need for it? And then he takes off our best players, our most technical players, which were creating chances for us in the first half, to now hope for something else from a different crop of players when it wasn't work. I don't know what he's doing, Ten Hag, man. And I don't think he can consistently have a setup that way against inferior teams, which is why I worry about him.
But if he can,
If he
then
can,
you guys are on to gold.
if he sets us up how we did yesterday against Crystal Palace, we'll win a lot of games.
yes, 100%.
But I don't have the confidence in him to.
Do you know that you guys have only won 6 out of your last 19 games
Yeah, I do.
in the Premier League?
Yeah, I do. It's not a good stat at all. It's a very bad
It's an
stat.
awful stat.
Shocking stat. A lot of them are draws. Losses in there as well. But listen, I'm not an advocate for the manager. I want him to go.
Yeah, I think in a game like that, away
have
from
to win that.
home,
You have to win
you have to win it. You guys got your next run of games is not the easiest. You've got Tottenham coming up, Villa coming up away.
Yeah.
You have to win those games. Moving on from Garnacho,
You have the stat.
Well, Bruno.
talk about your captain.
I have the stat. Do you have
He lost the ball 34 times.
35 times.
Did he lose it
34?
35 times.
He lost it 34
He
times.
lost possession 35. Bruno Fernandes lost possession 35 times in that game.
Yeah, but I think it's
Yuck.
obviously it's very bad.
And I like Bruno, but it's like
It's a metric.
I know what you're about to say.
It's a metric you're
You're
using
gonna say he
for
creates a
for
lot,
a player
innit?
who takes a lot of
Takes
risks.
risks,
yeah.
But
I knew you were
think-
gonna
but I
say
think
that. But if you watch
the
that
difference-
game,
I know. That's what I'm saying. The difference with
Yeah,
this game in
yeah.
particular is he lost the ball in very silly areas when we were trying to build momentum. It's like he wasn't trying. It's like he takes a lazy touch there, a lazy pass with the outside of his foot when he should be fizzing it into his teammates. He lost the ball in a lot of silly areas, and he just never had a good game. Nothing to worry about at all.
yeah, it's not.
Just an off game,
yeah.
which is allowed. I think should have been taken off. But I think Ten Hag believes he's the sort of player who can change a game at anyone, which he can.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a good game for Bruno. Nothing to
think
worry
I watched
about.
a 1 minute-
Nothing to take our proportion.
I think I watched a 1-2 minute video.
Compilation.
I thought it was a compilation, but it wasn't a compilation. It was just a clip, a segment of the game. No cuts, no edits, nothing.
For like 30
Bruno
seconds,
lost
yeah.
the ball 3-4 times.
Yeah,
bro.
30 seconds. Yeah, it was. But
Got
yeah, I've
it,
seen
lost
that.
it, got it, lost it, got it, lost it. Well, I was waiting
Yeah,
for
the
like
bad
it to
game,
cut
yeah.
to then. It was just one.
That's so unlike him as well. That's the crazy thing. That's so unlike him. But
Awful, shocking performance. Is it everyday Trivella? Can you not just pass the ball?
Stop doing Trevellas.
Grenade launcher, just knocking the ball, boom, 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 everywhere.
Yeah, it was okay.
Terrible performance. He should have got hooked.
Yeah, he had a bad game. I just said that.
A very bad game. I'm just emphasizing it.
Yeah, I know he had
'Cause I
bad
feel
game.
like you won't emphasize it enough.
I said it like that's.
No, but I'm just
that's
saying
the
my
point.
part as well.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say it. I got a mic as well. Or is it
Oof and
emotional?
all that is unneeded.
I've got a mic at the speaker, right?
A bad game. A bad game.
Awful
But,
game.
okay,
yeah.
can we move on? Yeah.
No, what are you going to talk about? 'Cause I want to talk about United. There's someone I want to talk about.
Yes. Wait, let me say it.
Please talk about
Can I talk about probably the worst challenge I've
Subhanallah.
ever seen in football history? Probably.
Okay.
No, okay. As long as I've been living,
I've
watching
never
football,
sing something like that with my eyes before.
Yeah, in 4 years.
Hold on.
Even in UFC,
Because he's
in
new.
physical sports, UFC,
4 years, yeah.
I have not seen anything so dangerous and
In Jam's
violent.
4 years of football, I guess he's never seen that.
Nothing as dangerous and violent as that. Martinez,
Not much of a sample to go off.
the butcher they call him. What's the Spanish name they call him?
I don't know. What's the Spanish name? Do you know?
Not saying.
He's not gonna say it, but
Wait,
the
wait,
butcher
wait,
as they call him.
Not saying.
This is what we call a prime example of small man syndrome. What is he doing? He's angry and he's going out to injure players, bro.
Okay, wait.
Are you gonna back that? Please be angry. Please talk angrily about
defending
Can I
it.
have my say quickly? When I watched that live, I thought that was a red card. And you know, when you see players like Trossard who get that second yellow and stuff like that, And then you see Trossard, who potentially, if he connects, ends a career and probably...
Martinez.
What did I say? Sorry, Martinez. Martinez, that red card... If he connects with the player, I think it was...
Daichi Kamada.
Daichi Kamada.
If he slid then,
because he kind of held back, and very smart from him to do so.
like maybe Paralympics you can play.
I think maybe his kids will be starving right now because he'd be out of a job. He'd be out of a job because there's no way.
What I don't understand,
there's no way he's playing football ever again.
What I don't understand is how on earth didn't Kamada swing?
He's a joke, man.
Because imagine, wallahi, I think if that happens to me in real life, I'm like, you know, like anyone.
It was so intentional. It was so intentional.
That is in stat challenge is genuinely insane. Like,
I'm glad to see it.
I'm not sure what he's thinking. Like, he had a good game, but besides that point, that's ridiculous.
No, he jumped. It was like
with his studs like
that. He jumped so high.
Like he's trying to do that.
What did he see?
I don't know. Wallahi, I'm so good because I've seen it in slow mo, extra slow mo, 4K slow mo. I've seen it in all angles.
I think for even attempting it, you have to get sent off.
Yeah, because
it's that bad.
Because people are saying he didn't connect. But that doesn't matter because the precedent is still there.
If it does it have to connect for does the player have to die?
You have to wait for a tragedy for someone to get sent off.
Exactly. Because we're looking at that challenge. Yeah, I think not only is that a red card, not only is that a 3-match ban. Not only is that a 3-match ban, but that is probably an extended ban on top of that. Because that is intentional play to hurt a player and to potentially end their career. A career that he's probably worked on since a young kid. No, it's true. Since a young kid. And then in one split second, wallahi, that career could have been ended,
bro. Flying in like he shagged his wife. What's he doing? How can you be so disgusting? You're a footballer. You know that's your career, that's your livelihood. You're gonna take that away from somebody in a football. What?
It was
disgusting. I can't stand the players like that. And I hate United fans, how they back him and they want to gas up his macho nature because he flies into tackles and butcher, he's so cold and because he's small, bro. Allow it. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's horrible.
It was a
you
bad
can't
challenge.
back a player like that. It's horrible.
And I think
it's the worst.
I think
no one's backing that challenge.
If the Premier League were like serious, they would have still banned him anyways.
I'm forgetting that he wasn't sent off, bro. What's the refs doing?
I think
the refs in the Premier League are the worst. They're the worst by far.
I think it was so like
that's a shocking
crazy to see. I
can't believe you done that.
Did VAR check it?
They did.
They checked it.
They have to check everything.
They didn't check that.
They have to check everything. They did.
And they said, oh, it's okay.
Why would they not check it?
Because the ref gave a yellow card, so.
But they can override that. It says not yellow.
Can they intervene? I don't think
they can make it a red, but they can't turn a red. No, they can turn it.
They can.
No, I'm sure to the second half where they can't intervene.
They can't intervene on a second yellow. On a second yellow, they can't intervene.
Is that what it is?
But on a yellow card that the ref has given, if it's incorrect yellow card, the ref can the VAR can intervene. But I think maybe on the law of the game it's actually fine because he didn't connect. But that's again maybe that's again where the law has to be tweaked. Where you
can't wait for something bad to happen to someone.
It's awful, man.
To then enforce a decision.
He was very so bad high off the ground.
Yeah,
so high off the ground.
Ridiculous, man.
And he didn't touch the ball. And he was so close to ending the career, man. That was so poor to see. And I don't think you need to be a Manchester United fan, a rival fan, anything fan to know that was a red card.
It's not nice.
Also, that game was the battle of the keepers.
Yeah,
Dean Henderson and
Onana
having a
double saves.
Yeah, that double save from Onana. Onana relatively had an incredible game. I think that's probably his best game for United. Wow,
it's up there.
Yeah, probably
very good form.
Probably his best game, and that double save kept you guys in the game. Do you want to talk about it, or like both keepers had a great game? I think.
Yeah.
Henderson obviously leaving United to go Palace.
Yeah, Henderson rightfully man of the match, I think, because like I said, the quality of chances we had from Garnacho, from Bruno, from others, genuinely like we should have scored. Maybe you can put the responsibility on the players for not scoring. Yeah. But Henderson, made some crucial saves for his team in a game where we should have won. So. Much more to it, to be honest.
Eze's chance on the plate for him.
Yeah.
Did you lot see it?
Yeah.
Eze's chance on the plate.
Could have punished us.
That was quite late into the game.
Should've.
Not too late into the game, but at a point in the game where if they score that, they probably try to shut up shop.
Yeah.
And Eze said no, he didn't feel like scoring yesterday. But Crystal Palace have on 1 point, I think, if I'm not mistaken, on 3 points. Sorry, they're yet to win a game. Yes, three draws. Comparing that to last season, where they ended the season so well, are Crystal Palace missing Elise? I know it's a bit of a dumb question. I know it's a bit of a silly question.
Yes, they are.
Crystal Palace are missing Elise, and
You can't lose a player of that quality and not replace him with somebody
as good.
or
Yeah.
close to as good. Like,
Yeah.
come on, it's a big.
Also, for as good as Ebere Eze is, I don't think he can be
a one
the
man.
main guy in the
Yeah,
team.
he
No.
can't be the main man.
He hasn't got it like that. I'll be honest with you.
It's not
He
about
is-
being the main man. It's the fact that he has no one to help him.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah,
Like last
I
season,
understand that, yeah.
Elise was the main man, but he had Eze.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think Eze is.
Eze can be the main
No,
man.
I think Eze needs someone better than him.
Yeah,
I think he
like
can be
Elise.
the main man.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't think no. With Eze, I think he hasn't got that confidence in himself.
He does.
The X factor.
No,
Talent-wise,
this
he's
season
brilliant.
you can tell like he's playing with a different swagger, a different like level of confidence, knowing that he's the guy.
I don't think so.
The way I see it, that's how it is. The way
I know. If anything, this season, these 5 games have now showed us that Eze can't be the main guy.
Bro, how many? He scored like 3 goals.
Not by
already.
himself.
2 or
Not
3 goals.
by himself.
He
Anyway.
scored like 3 goals.
Yeah, but he could be doing more.
But he can only do as much as he can with a
But no,
team
but
that
a
has
lot-
no
a lot
one
of
to
the time,
help him.
a lot of the time, he's not trusting his teammates. If you see it, it's like he's trying to be a one-man army.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he hasn't really got the like, you know what I'm saying, the characteristics, the personality to kind of just lead the team on
ain't
his own.
gonna put him on their back.
As good as he is, he's a brilliant player, talent-wise. He's probably even better than Wilfred Zaha back in the day. But the difference is with Zaha,
he
Zaha's the
could-
sort of
he
guy
could
who
take them.
Zaha's a guy with the confidence to take
Yeah.
him to the next level
By himself.
to take the game by the scruff of the neck
Yeah.
and win a penalty, win
Yeah,
a free
yeah.
kick, get a shot
And he's
on
done it for
target
so many years.
For so many years. Even though I think talent-wise, Eze probably better than Zaha. But
I don't know,
he
bro.
hasn't.
I don't know.
He just hasn't got it.
Zaha
in him,
was very
in
good,
him to
man.
lead the team like Zaha did, like Elise can. You know, so but yeah, Palace need a win soon.
But yeah, they ended last season pretty well, and I thought going into
Glasner,
this
yeah.
season, obviously they had Mateta on some streak that we've never seen before.
He's injured.
I'm pretty sure
playing?
he's not injured.
Did he start?
Played, no?
I'm pretty sure he played.
Yeah, he played.
But you had Matete on that streak of goals where he
R9 streak.
he
Tucked his shirt in.
tucked in his shirt and was R9 for like 10 games or a bit more maybe. Going into that this season, I thought
come for half time.
yeah, I
know?
thought this season he would have went into it with even more confidence, but it seems like Crystal Palace are on this. I don't know what Crystal Palace are gonna do this season. It's very difficult for me to say, but yeah, I think Crystal Palace need to up their levels.
100%.
They haven't won a game
And
yet,
I think
man.
in a game like that, where you're playing a top side against United,
yeah,
a good
A top
top
side,
side,
yeah.
a top side against United.
yeah,
You've got lucky enough for them to have not scored against you in the first half,
Yeah.
and in the second half.
had
This is your chance,
chances. You had
man.
chances.
Like
You
football's a
didn't
cruel
take them.
cruel sport, and you had the chance to be cruel and get the 3 points.
Before we
But you
move on,
didn't do it.
I want to shout out a player who is just
Let me
oozes.
guess. Let me guess.
Yeah,
Oozes-
do it,
oozes
do it,
class.
do it.
Let me go-
Unreal.
Wait,
Okay,
wait.
sure.
Yeah.
Kobe Mainu.
Kobe Mainu.
Yeah.
This guy, like, you know what it is at this point now, yeah?
a
Like,
joke.
this performance is just
Normal.
another day for Kobe Mainu.
Yeah.
Like, this performance, yeah, or the sort of player that he is and the sort of games he's putting in would be very, very good for any team, let alone a team that's dysfunctional, that has no real system around it, and he's just doing his own thing. And
very
this guy
good.
is so good. Like, imagine him in a team where he's allowed to express himself even more, allowed to play better. He's just so good. And like this performance, I love him so much. This is normal for him now. There's no point gassing it up. This is his standard. This is his level.
Facts. He set the
Probably
level.
can get better.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And it's just
Ceiling's
so scary,
high.
like where he is, man.
But what you
Genuinely,
said
like, every game.
also the performances that he's putting in are performances that you'd expect to see from somebody a lot older than him. Bro.
Yeah.
He's how old?
He-
19?
18,
19. He's so
and he
young.
puts in performances like a veteran, like
Yeah.
a 30-year-old
Playing
in his
better
prime.
than some of your
Veteran.
senior players.
Yeah.
It's like nothing phases him at all,
Adam
like-
Morton hooked at halftime.
Nah, don't do
Couldn't
that.
keep
Nah,
up.
don't do that to my
He
boy.
couldn't
man.
keep
Don't
up.
do that to my boy,
Listen,
man.
bring Morton to Old Trafford. But I'm
Don't
just
do that
saying,
to my boy, man.
He couldn't keep up with Kobe, who can we like? He's much better than Adam Morton. Palace fans, or
Don't compare, don't
general
compare,
fans in England tried saying Morton is better and should be starting ahead of Kobe Mainu. But
No.
if we have to compare them,
Come on, man.
there's levels to this game, man.
100%. Also,
player.
big up Dallo as well, man.
Oh, thank you.
Coming from last week,
Dallo-
the bad game they had against Southampton
The
last
bad
week.
half an hour where he
Bad.
felt dribbling in the box.
Bad
the
first
an
half.
hour.
Bad first half.
Dallo is the sort of player. Before we move on, you can put him anywhere on the pitch, and I think he'll give you a solid performance. He's come such a long way.
He inverted, didn't it?
Yeah,
Over Mazraoui.
he's inverted, and then sort of Ericsson was coming wide left when we had the ball. So I guess it's a nice tweak from Ten Hag just to kind of break down the block. But Dallo, anywhere on the pitch, comes such a long way. So good. Such a good player.
All right, moving on to the third game.
Leave it itching, man.
Okay, do you want to speak?
Like I signed for Chelsea, sorry. Chelsea versus West Ham 3-0 at the London Stadium.
Yes.
The London Stadium. Chelsea away from home, and they've absolutely brushed West Ham aside. And usually that being a kryptonite game for Chelsea, you know, I've seen it before.
Derby.
London Derby, where they usually away from home we struggle against West Ham, and Enzo Maresca came in and tactically absolutely nullified them.
Brushed them.
But let me tell you a stat about Enzo Maresca. Enzo Maresca is the first manager to win his first 3 away games since a manager in 2016. Who do you think that manager is?
Antonio Conte.
Pep Guardiola, the GOAT.
Oh, I thought about Chelsea.
No, just in general.
Oh.
Just in general. He's since 2016, Pep Guardiola is the only manager to do so.
Win 3 away games in a row.
First 3 as a
Oh,
manager.
when he first joined.
Yeah, as a manager.
I guess it's a very niche stat.
Yeah, but it's a good stat that
It's
shows
not like
that
you can-
Enzo Maresca
Yeah.
is
Calm
looking
stat.
very comfortable at his job at Chelsea currently. Let's get into...
Mike, maybe?
Yep. Let me just talk about Jackson. He scored the first 2 goals for Chelsea in that first half.
I just
And guys, if you don't know the history, the panel here is not unanimous on Jackson. Jam, obviously, and Mo think that he's not a good striker. It's very early, but I'm still giving you the chance to take that back. Do you guys finally rate Jackson, or are you going to wait till it's so obvious and so in front of your eyes to the point where you can't even deny it?
I'll call him a good footballer. I'm still calling him a good footballer, but
I think he's a very good footballer.
He's showing better signs of his ability up top.
You know what the crazy thing is?
Showing
You
better
judge
signs.
Jackson as a 22-year-old coming to the Premier League for the first time in his career, coming from a foreign country to a system and a team that was so disjointed,
Yeah.
and you managed.
No, but that's not the point.
You managed to judge him and not even allow him to, you didn't even give him room for like improvement. You just said Jackson's you quite literally said that you never think that Jackson is going to be a good striker or a striker for Chelsea anyways, to start for Chelsea.
Okay, but let me stop you right there.
Why?
Because what you're saying, what I had to say about Jackson has nothing to do with system, coming from foreign country, whatever. That's not what I was saying. My thing with Jackson was his fundamentals as a striker. That doesn't change whether you're in Russia, China, England, Spain.
What's the fundamentals? What's the fundamentals?
The fundamentals is, I don't think he, like I said before many times to many people, I don't think he has the ball striking or the shooting technique in general to be a top class striker. You might prove me wrong.
Well, I disagree.
What I seen from him the other day was sort of the contrary to that. But
Exactly.
it still remains to be seen.
And he's still
it
learning,
still remains
though.
to be seen whether he can keep doing it. He's scoring a lot of goals, yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't change the fact that I still think his fundamentals as a striker are not, at the best. Maybe they
No.
can improve, but I still do think he can be an even better player with a striker in the team.
No.
do think
I
so.
simply disagree. People are saying, buy Osimhen. Okay, buy Osimhen. Then what? When Osimhen comes to the Premier League and doesn't do well, as I would have thought he would have done.
How do you know?
But that's my just opinion. That's how I
you
think it
think,
would
yeah.
have
So it's
happened.
hypothetical, innit?
And then what? Then people are going to say, well, it's Chelsea, or it's the system, or it's this, or it's that. But Nicholas Jackson proved that in a
No,
system...
he's a very good player.
Nicholas Jackson proved that in a system that was disjointed and that didn't suit a lot of players at the time when Pochettino was here, he proved that he didn't need the system. He proved that he could come deep. He proved that he can spin around from the defender, go in behind, stretch defenders. He proved that he can come out wide and be as comfortable. He proved that he can be comfortable in any area of the pitch, link up play, back to goal, facing a player. Jackson's game, his overall game, every facet of his game is only improving. And dare I say, there's only one player in the Premier League that is more complete, one striker in the Premier League that is more complete than Jackson, and that is Isak. That's the only player that I think is more complete than Jackson as a striker. And even then,
Complete, but not better, because there's better strikers in the league.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying as everything that all-roundedness that he has towards his game and the level that he's playing at right now. He's got 4 goals and 2 assists in 5 games. That is the level take away Haaland because he's a freak of nature. That's the level of goals and or goal contributions that you want your strikers to be playing at. But then he got hounded. He got called all sorts last season because he missed some chances. He was young. He was growing. And now let me give you a stat: 10 goals in his last 12 London derbies. That's a prolific striker.
Talk about how he has the most non-penalty goals.
Nicholas Jackson has more.
Solanke, same as Salah.
Yeah, he has more
than a lot of guys. Son.
non-penalty goals than
Son, Solanke,
Isak. Salah, Isak, Havertz. Like, come on, like, why is he being so disrespected? And even when you watch him, you see him being so involved in the game, even when he doesn't score. So why is the hate on Jackson so loud and so proud? I never understood it.
Okay. What I will say is that I judged him unfairly last season. I definitely judged him unfairly because I disrespected him as a footballer. I wasn't rating him at all. Now, like I've said, he's a very good footballer. But again, as Mo said, the thing that I've stood on was calling him not a good striker because he's missing tap-ins. He's missing very simple chances. So if you're showing me that you can't score easy chances and you're not scoring difficult chances too much either, then why would I believe that you can be a good striker? But now, this season, as we've seen, he's improved massively. Not massively, he did have good numbers last season, but it was just very deceiving. But now I'm seeing it this season. He's doing well. So
I think I'm
not going to be too stubborn with my decision, innit?
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm calling him a very good player. But again, his striking ability, technique, as Mo's already said, I'm still questioning it, but we'll see in this new, rejuvenated Chelsea side. They know what they're doing. Maresca,
where would you rank
as well?
Where would you rank Jackson in Premier League strikers? In the Premier League, where would you rank him?
Top 5, if not top 8.
Who would you say is better than Jackson in the league?
Haaland.
That's a better question. Haaland, of course.
Isak,
of course. After that, it gets spooky.
I think he's better than Solanke. Watkins is better than him.
Is he better than Watkins? Is Watkins better than him though?
Yes.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
Okay,
Watkins
even
is
then.
better. Isak is better. Haaland is better.
I think maybe 3 Premier League strikers are better than him.
Jackson's. You could put him top 5. I think Jackson's better than Solanke.
That's what numbers Havertz.
Son, if Son's a striker, Jackson's better than Havertz.
Son's not a striker.
He's not.
When Son plays up top, man, he's lethal. Son's better than Jackson, bro. That's a 9.
Not a
Son's better than he is.
It's like saying Salah's better than Jackson.
No, Son's better striker than he's a winger. So Son.
But he's not a striker. He's not a striker.
What's 29? What does that mean? Jackson's better than Havertz.
Havertz is better.
29.
He just put 29 up.
Havertz is better than Jackson.
To indicate Havertz is better than Jackson, which is crazy.
I think Havertz is top.
Jackson's better than Havertz, much better. That's one thing I will say.
In terms of all-roundedness,
Between like the Chelsea Arsenal fan debates, whatever, Jackson's better than Havertz. Not a debate there for me.
Why is Jackson being compared to Havertz?
Why?
Why not?
Jackson is
Why
better than
not?
Havertz.
Look at the goal contributions from both players.
What do you mean?
Come on, bro.
Jackson's,
In a wide span of games, look at the goal contributions.
Look at them as players as well.
No, look at them as players.
Look at them as players. You're talking
Even
about
goals
a player
as well.
who's the most or second most all-rounded in the league. And now you're
Yeah.
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah, so you're saying look at the players aesthetically. Yeah, cool. You might think he's better to watch. She is better to watch on the eye.
Everything.
But in terms of ability, or in terms of
As a centre back,
striker,
you fear Jackson more. He worries you
I don't
more.
think so.
He does.
both of them
more.
so.
He does more.
Both of them, you can't bring up fear and like that's not what they are. Like fear. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, fear. Yeah.
But no. Like both of them, that's not what they excel at. You have to look at them as like kind of like Jackson is better like in terms of ability, in terms of tech, in terms of dribbling.
in terms of dribbling,
link up.
In terms of
technique,
even shooting, what I think Jackson lacks in is better than Havertz. Havertz cannot shoot, by the way. You might hit the odd long shot for Germany a couple of times.
Yeah.
But
Havertz is
in Arsenal,
inconsistent in his
Havertz can't shoot properly. Jackson has a better weak foot as well. I thought Havertz had quite a good weak foot, but he never uses his right foot.
No.
I don't see it. I don't
Remember
see it.
5-star? Remember 5-star?
5-star Havertz.
That was
has a weak foot.
insane. I can't lie.
It's not. I don't see Havertz uses his right foot. Jackson has a better weak foot. He has better link up play. He's better on a turn. He's better running towards goal. He's better back to goal. Havertz
Even dragging
chaos.
centre-backs
So
out wide.
Drag exactly. Bring him into play. A lot of reason why I think a lot of managers would love Jackson is because he makes Palmer play better. Palmer's a great player. They all play in their own in their own right. I think he brings in the abilities of Palmer.
He makes other players play well.
Sancho, Felix. Yeah, he makes other players play well more than Havertz does.
Yeah.
So come on, man. But them two for me is not close. More so because I don't rate Havertz at all.
Yeah, I know you don't rate him at all. There's a biased
For good
opinion
reason.
in my
For
opinion.
good reason.
Havertz drops in better, holds up the ball better, causes more chaos. You're gonna say that's not a thing. He causes chaos
In
amongst
terms of what
defenders.
though? In
He
terms
just
of
barges into black.
he causes chaos because he's not good with his feet. Jackson causes chaos in a clean way. Do you know what I mean?
But he
Jackson
doesn't-
causes
he means
chaos.
it,
I
he
wouldn't
means
say
it.
that Jackson causes chaos.
Oh my god, he
Havertz causes confusion amongst defenders, bro.
Yeah, because he's not good.
They don't know where to go. They don't know where to mark him. The way he occupies spaces is very difficult for defenders to know. They don't know whether to step.
That's a cop-out
onto
for him being not
They don't
good.
know whether to
That's
step
what I
back.
mean.
Yeah.
The way he runs into space, the way he always pops up in the right position in the box. I think Havertz is a better striker than Jackson. I think they can. Yeah, they're comparable, but I think Havertz is better.
I think Jackson will score more goals than Havertz this season. I think Jackson might.
I think contributions, Havertz will have more contributions.
No, hell no.
When it comes to goals and assists, at the end of the season,
No.
in the Premier League, that's the competition that we're both in. Havertz will have more. in my
Jackson will have more GA than Havertz.
We'll see.
Agree to disagree because we have a lot to cover.
Okay, next, let's talk about my boy Cole Palmer. Let me tell you an insane stat because I think it's getting to the point where Cole Palmer, I reckon he's top 3 best players in the league. That's how highly I rate him. And the reason why is because this season he's added another dimension to his game.
Top 5.
No, top three.
Top three,
Top
who you
three.
put in there?
I'll say maybe Haaland and Rodri are better than him. That's it. I think he's better than everyone else.
Kevin De Bruyne doesn't exist.
Look, if you're saying Kevin De Bruyne now, I don't think so. Cole Palmer was better than Kevin De Bruyne the last season. I'm saying right now, Cole Palmer only
On
Rodri-
form right now, like-
Since Cole Palmer came to Chelsea, he's been top 3 in the league. Is that crazy to say?
That's not crazy.
It's not crazy to say at all.
Sounds
And-
crazy to say.
But he's actually been.
It might not be
Mo
as
Salah-
crazy as it sounds.
Come on, Mo
Even
Salah.
Salah, he's been better than Salah since he came.
Salah,
Okay, but-
Saka, Haaland. Come on, now he's not top
Okay,
3.
but
he's
No, he's been better
how
than
you-
since
he's top 8, top 5.
What?
He is. I'm saying
What?
I'm saying top 5.
Top 8, top 5.
Yeah.
Yo, Cole Palmer.
How's top 5 a disrespect?
No, you said top 8, top 5.
Yeah,
Cole Palmer is top 3 in the league since he's joined
That
Chelsea.
reaction was hilarious.
Since he's
wallahi.
joined Chelsea, I'm talking about.
Okay,
Are we
how
talking-
are
are
you
we
doing
talking
it?
about
Are you
as a
talking
player? Are we talking about as a player?
Purely form.
Since he's joined Chelsea.
So we're not talking about the player.
No, since he's joined Chelsea. Since he's joined Chelsea.
No, so why are you pulling in your face when I'm saying top 8, top 5 in the league?
Because
I'm
I
not
thought you
talking
saying,
about form, I'm
I thought you
talking
saying
about
since he's joined
player.
Chelsea as in like
Nah,
current form.
Of course, his form that he's on right now is almost unmatched.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my point. I'm saying since he's
three,
joined
top
Chelsea, he's been top 3 best players in the league. And let me tell you a stat that almost sounds so fake. In 37 Premier League games, Cole Palmer has 38 GA.
He's positive.
He's positive. And he's not a striker.
I think that's only
He's
only
not
Haaland is positive. Isn't it?
No, even Haaland's not positive. He has 100 goals in 105 games.
No, but
Sorry,
you're on about 38
this-
games.
this-
and,
yeah,
what,
this season is positive.
in the same sample and the same run of games, what's Haaland's stats?
Haaland's therefore positive.
Since when? Probably. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe
Probably.
just a bit
I
less.
I don't know.
Might not be.
But I'm saying
He
since
doesn't get many assists.
since Cole Palmer has joined Chelsea, he has played 37 Premier League games,
GA.
and he has 38.
GA. In general, I don't like GA. In general,
No, but it's important. It's an important stat. But we know Cole Palmer
Nah,
has.
his assists are
we know. We know he's a brilliant player.
Yeah. So. But I'm just saying.
That's what I'd rather touch upon than
No,
GA,
but also
you know what I mean?
to have that stat.
have that.
And when you're not a striker and you're not a winger,
it definitely helps. Yeah.
Come
No,
on, man.
I mean, he's an attacking player.
He's an attacking player, yeah.
So-
But it shows his all-roundedness as well. And let me tell you another stat. Cole Palmer.
Stat man.
No, because this is you have to put some respect in
man,
it. I know you guys rate him. I'm not saying you guys don't rate him, but
Brilliant player.
Cole Palmer. Wait, let me make sure I get this right, guys. Before I get it wrong.
One last step, please. We have to talk about West Ham as well. How bad they are.
Cole Palmer is the only player in the league since 2024 to have 10 plus goals and 10 plus assists. And even if you take away
Say that again. Who? What?
So since 2024, the turn of the year,
yeah.
Cole Palmer is the only player
10 plus.
to have 10 plus goals and 10 plus assists. And if you take away his penalties on top of that, he'll still be the only player with 10 plus
Cap.
goals. Wallahi.
Is it?
Wallahi. That's
With and without?
With and without. He's the only,
And he's the only player?
He's the only player.
Are you sure?
Since 2024.
Wallahi, I don't lie.
So how many assists has Haaland
Squawka.
got?
You know Squawka?
Squawka. They're legit.
They said it. And
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
since
I'll take your word
2024.
for it.
And I'm going to say this now. Since 2024, Cole Palmer has been the best player in the league. Probably, wallahi, top 3 in the world. Top 3 in the world. Probably like Lamine Yamal and Erling Haaland, I'll say. Maybe like Rodri. Debatable, but I'll say top 3 is not crazy for me to
Florian
say.
Wirtz.
Better than
Jamal
him.
Musiala.
Better than him.
Harry Kane.
Better than him.
No, he's not been better than Harry Kane.
Better than all of them.
No, he has not been
better
better than Harry Kane.
all of them.
No,
I
he
promise
has.
you.
Cole
2024
Palmer has not been better than Harry
2024
Kane.
has been better than him. 2024 has
You've
been
lost
better
your
than him. It's been better than him.
entire whole mind.
I promise you.
And I love Cole Palmer. I think
I
he's
love
a
Cole Palmer too.
fantastic player.
And he's
not been better than Harry Kane.
He's been better than Harry Kane. He's been better than Harry
He's
Kane.
not been better than Florian Wirtz.
Been better than Flo.
Actually, maybe Wirtz, but not Kane.
He's been move, bro. He's been better than Flo.
Oh.
This guy's been moving weird. What?
You got drugs.
I need whatever
What are
you're
you
taking.
on about?
Okay.
Cole Palmer better than Harry Kane. And you're saying Musiala, and who else did you say?
Florian Wirtz.
That he's better than.
Lamine Yamal.
Don't get too gas, bro.
What other leagues are we thinking
Don't
of?
get too gassed.
What other
I
leagues?
said
Kane and
Keep
Mbappe.
composure. Wallah, he needs to concentrate.
Wallahi, he's been better than Mbappe. Wallahi, he's been better than Mbappe. Wallahi, why? Why not? Why not?
Vinicius Junior.
He's been better than him as well.
Guys, come. You're new to this.
Rodrigo.
You
Actually,
ain't
Rodrigo.
had this in
Better
a
than
minute.
Rodrigo.
You didn't? No, I'm condoning you. You ain't had this in a minute.
Get off.
It's okay.
Get off.
Hello, my name is next week when he's doing rehab.
At the table.
yeah, whatever, guys. My name is.
I'm here because I said Cole Palmer is the
My
top
name is
three.
Shuaib, guys, and I'm here
Because I said Cole Palmer's
And I
top
love
3 best
drugs.
players in the world.
because I said Cole Palmer.
Since 2024?
top 3 players in the
It's
world.
not. Wallahi, it's not. It's
I said Cole Palmer's the top 3. When everyone thinks, oh, sorry, you know, and everyone.
Wallahi, he's not crazy. Why is that crazy?
Share your story with us.
Yo, are you forgetting even the Euros, the impact he had for England, coming off the bench, scoring important goals for England?
But I know
Assisting
how, I know
important
how
goals
good
for
he
England.
is. But what you're saying to me does not change the fact that he has not been better than Kane and Mbappe.
Vinny.
Better than all of
Have
them.
respect.
The only players I'll say maybe is better is Lamine Yamal and
That
So
maybe
your
is
Yamal's
better.
been better than Kane and all these guys as well.
yeah, I think so.
Mbappe?
I think so. Yeah.
Nah,
I think in
we need to
2024,
move
I
on,
think
bro. We need to move
no,
on.
we don't need to move on.
we do.
It's facts.
Okay, can we talk about Chelsea as a whole?
No.
In the game,
One more
no,
player.
can
One
we-
more
can-
player.
can we-
One more. Wait.
let's talk about the game, let's talk about the game.
Wait. One more player. I want to give appreciation to.
Caicedo.
Had a good game.
Moyes.
Yeah.
Well done.
He had He had the freaking
What?
He had the incredible game.
Okay.
Don't downplay it. Don't downplay it.
Very good game.
He had the incredible game, and you know what the thing about Caicedo is that is very frustrating. Is that he's only getting his respects now when wallahi last season he was still incredible.
He was very good last
He
season.
was still incredible.
I want to tell them one thing. I'm going to bit you up. So, guys, in our group chat, this man here said, and I quote.
I'll say it.
No, I'll say it.
What is it?
Can I said now I want to finish. And I quote, I would pay 200 million for Moises Caicedo.
I would.
Wallahi,
200
I don't lie.
big
I would.
ones.
Wallahi, I would.
200 mil.
Wallahi, I would. Yeah.
No, but okay.
Shall I tell you why?
No matter how good you think Caicedo is, no matter how good I think he is, no matter how good Jam thinks he is, we all know we all know he's very, very good.
Okay.
There is absolutely no way on God's green earth that Moises Caicedo, who's a defensive midfielder for
matter.
any team in the world, is worth 200 million.
Why are you saying-
no matter how good he is, there's only 1 or 2 players in the dunya in the world
Who's that?
are
Who's
worth
that?
that much.
Who's that? Who's that?
Maybe Mbappe and
Mbappe.
Vini. Not even Musiala.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest
No,
with you.
no one's
I'll
worth
be
that
honest
much.
with you. I don't know why he's saying Caicedo.
I didn't say.
I don't know why. Sorry, I don't
No,
know why
but
you're
you
saying
guys are getting
Caicedo.
twisted.
Let me speak.
Look
I
at
don't know
the
why.
players.
I don't know why
Getting
you're saying
twisted.
Caicedo's not worth 200 million.
Yeah.
What I say how it is, nobody.
No,
Don't even say Mbappe and
nobody.
Vini, bro.
No, I'm saying
nobody
maybe.
is
I'm
worth.
saying maybe Mbappe.
200 million Great British pounds.
The only player
and
worth
you're
that much
now
is
telling
Neymar. You're
me
worth that much.
that Caicedo CDM is worth.
I didn't say he's
200
worth
bro.
200 million. I said I would pay 200
In your
million.
eyes, he's worth 200
No,
million.
no.
So
I said
why would you pay that if that's not
because
what he's worth?
Pay what he's
look,
worth.
because I'm saying I
How
feel
much?
like
How much are you saying you'd overspend? How much are you saying he's worth?
Yeah.
I'm saying I would pay 200 million pounds as a Chelsea fan, and I wouldn't feel like I got shagged. I wouldn't feel like I got hard done by. If I'm being honest,
You'd have your pants pulled down by that. Yes, you would.
no, I wouldn't.
You'd have been fleeced.
What's FFP doing for that? Huh?
FFP 's
What league is he in?
No, they're coming to your yard.
Huh?
FFP
Taking
's coming to your
everything
yard
that
and
you
say-
own, brother.
and your wife, and your kids.
Yeah, sorry,
until
man.
you,
They're calling someone else
until you,
dad, I'll be honest.
until you pay a fine, you're taking your family.
No, but
200 million for
200
Caicedo.
for
the
Caicedo.
reason why I say that, and you guys won't let me get there, so let me land. The reason why.
Crash
What
landing.
happened, Jam?
Crash landing.
That's
Okay.
happened.
The reason why I say Caicedo's worth that, not worth that, but I would pay that and not feel like I've been hard done by, is because what he offers to this Chelsea team is like one of one. I don't see players doing the things he does on the ball and then defensively tackling players or switching the ball on one side, then coming back, tracking a player, tackling him, and then on the transition getting assist. Caicedo is 2 players in one. He's a 6, he's a CDM, and he's a number 8. We haven't even unlocked or seen that version of Caicedo. If you look at the assist that he gave to Jackson, that ball is not a normal ball.
Straight through the middle.
That's not a normal ball. That is a cut-through pass that
Very good
maybe
pass, very
Kevin De
good pass.
Bruyne would be even proud of. Yeah? So me saying that he's worth 200 million, not worth 200 million, but I'd pay 200 million and not feel hard done by, is not a bad statement. And let me give you a stat quickly. Because I'm Statman Shubs.
Let me give you a stat
That's
quickly.
his new name.
You know that quote? Let me give you a stat quickly.
And the stat never
That's a new
quick.
thing,
Let's talk about it for 5 minutes.
It's never quick.
5 minutes
Wait.
stat. Well, I tell people the truth.
Moises Caicedo is the only player to win 30 plus ground duels and to make 20 plus tackles and is the best and has the best duel success rate in the Premier League with 64.1%.
Very, very good player.
Is he the best DM in the league right now?
No.
There's a shout for it because Roger's not
This
playing.
season, yeah, he is.
This season, I'd say so.
I know you're itching. He's
talk
better
about-
Rice,
talk
man.
about
Move.
this
Better
This
Rice.
season, what player?
Nah,
Flicking your hand.
this season.
I'll be
he's a
honest.
player of Rice.
I'd be honest.
Even as a player,
I still have
the players
Caicedo.
there.
I'll be honest.
Caicedo's not better than Rice.
Why is he not better
Why
than
not?
Rice? Why?
As a
In every facet of the game, he's better
As
than
a
Rice.
DM or as an 8?
Everything.
What do you think his best position is?
Caicedo?
8.
8 for me.
Yeah.
You could say 8, but wallahi, he's
very good at 6.
Yeah, he's very good at 6.
But he's world class in 6.
But-
He's world class in both positions.
But-
Facts.
No, but you got to look at it in a way where like
But his best position is 8.
Caicedo does things better than Rice in a lot, in
in a lot of the parts of the
Yeah,
game.
but
You know what I mean? Back to goal.
No.
Build up, passing.
Caicedo is levels. There's absolute
Yeah,
levels
okay.
to it, and he is at the top of the
And I was there from early, by the way. When United linked to them 3-4 years ago from Ecuador.
That
Let's not be silly
Ecuador.
and say Caicedo is better than a physical monster Rice.
But he does everything that Rice
No,
does.
listen,
I'm
like,
not
Rice
saying
better-
Rice is bad. I'm not even saying that, but I'm just saying like Caicedo just
I
I'm
know,
saying
I know
either
you're
way,
not saying
either
that.
argument. That's Arsenal Chelsea. Either argument, I'm saying I can back both.
Nah, I think
You know
it's
what I mean?
And the reason why I say Caicedo is better is because he has the ball playing ability that Rice doesn't.
yeah.
Yeah, but let's say this argument for another time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, let me speak about Chelsea. I think Maresca,
Maresca ball's good.
Very good manager.
I moved.
I move up Maresca ball.
They were playing ball. The football was free flowing. They've got looks like they've got an identity now. You know, bringing all the players in.
What for him that game, Madueke?
Yeah, it's like, well, that's another day, man. Don't worry.
No, but
Go on.
like,
finish, bro. Finish.
Big up Maresca for showing, you know, Cole the time of day.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Yeah.
For
And let me say a crazy statement.
Colwill.
I think Colwill's ceiling is as high as Saliba's.
Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna talk about this guy.
Why is that crazy? Why is that crazy?
I'm leaving.
Why is that crazy though?
Leave him.
Cole's ball playing is very,
Best in the
very,
league.
very good.
Best in
He's
the league.
top.
Best in the league.
I think West Ham made it easy for him because they were quite wide open and a lot of players were left in between the lines. But I will say Cole had a very good performance. And Maresca, I rate him. He's the first manager at Chelsea to have actually, you know, believed in Cole type thing.
Yeah. He was playing
I
left
think- I
back.
think
He was playing left back last season.
quickly on West Ham.
And Tuchel wanted to sell him as well.
Quickly on West Ham.
Yeah, go on.
It's very, very worrying over there. People were saying that these guys might challenge for top 6, top 4.
I was saying that.
When they got Somerville, Fulcrook, who's been
The super
injured,
team,
who hasn't
bro.
really played. They got Kudus, Paqueta, and Bowen, who have not been firing at all so far. They got Guido Rodriguez in midfield, who has probably been the best player, but he was, you know what I mean, nothing too special. Have they won one game so far?
Only won one game. They've lost 3 and drawn 1 as well.
Something like that, like, you know what I mean? Like,
And they've conceded like 13 goals or something.
it's nowhere near the expectations of what they should be. And I think Somerville was having a good game against Chelsea.
Yeah, he had
And then
decent
when he
game,
came off,
decent.
there was boos from the crowd in London Stadium.
Yeah.
I think Lopetegui hasn't got it right yet. Maybe when he does, maybe when he finds a way, a system to get Paqueta, Bowen, you know, the star players firing, then maybe they can get points on the board. But West Ham needs something because there's good players there. So if they don't perform soon, Lopetegui's going to get sacked.
They need to work on the back line.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? Mavropanos and
Maximilian
and
Kilman.
Max Kilman.
But it's not even just their ability; it's about what they do in their game. Like tactically, they don't back the press, or at least against Chelsea, they
Maybe
didn't
like
back the
United.
press.
Yeah.
Jackson and Palmer were in between the lines how many times? Just in space. Those are two players in the league, probably two of the worst players that you want to be found in that space. They weren't back in the press. They didn't step fast enough, and that's why Chelsea got some of the goals that they got.
Yeah,
Now West Ham,
Lopetegui
did bad.
hasn't got it right yet.
Maybe now you know how difficult the job was for David Moyes, who got sacked from West Ham, and
Won trophies. You won a conference league.
Won a
with them.
trophy.
You finished what? Top 7.
and West Ham, like, you know, it's kind of like this theory where, you know, you look for the grass that's greener on the other side. You know, you have a girlfriend. She's cooking for you. She's doing everything for you. She's taking care of you. You know, she's taking you to.
What's she missing? Why?
Nothing's missing.
Not great. In, you know what I mean?
But then you see another girl, more beautiful.
Back's fat. That one.
You see a girl that's more beautiful across the road. She's giving you attention. She thinks like, oh, I like
You know that meme when you move a girl and everyone walks past like that?
That one.
Exactly. That's kind of like the Moyes and Lopetegui thing, where West Ham might have thought that they could have found the grass that was greener, but the grass is dead. The grass is.
But I do understand why they sacked Moyes and Lopetegui, because with the crop of talent,
With
they
the team, the players.
they can go that step further.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we'll see with West Ham, innit?
We'll see
You know
with
what
West
I
Ham.
mean?
I still do believe they'll
I think they'll be okay.
recover it,
think
but
they'll be
let's
okay.
see.
And one
got the
last
quality.
point before we move on, I'll keep it brief. We don't need to debate it. We can talk about it in another episode. But I've said too many good things about Chelsea. One thing that I will say is, as good as they were and as good as they have been, I don't know how well they can do for the rest of the season. You know, going into away games and things like that. How consistent they can be without some more physicality in the midfield. Out of possession,
We're missing
out of
Lavia.
possession,
We're missing
I
Lavia,
feel like
man.
they'll struggle. I think when Lavia's back, Enzo needs to be dropped.
Enzo had a good game.
Bring him.
Enzo had
I
a
didn't say he had a bad game.
She wasn't
I didn't
there
say he
for
had a
me.
bad
Wasn't
game.
there for me.
He's never there for
But I
me.
feel like
You're
Lavia
never happy.
should
No,
start
you're
over
never
Enzo
happy.
in the
He did a
midfield.
nice first time pass to Caicedo.
never
to
happy,
play to
bro.
Jackson.
Oh, that pass was unreal though.
Good pass
Bro,
from
bro,
Enzo.
That pass was very
bro,
good.
you got a match of the day, you see highlights. You never watch the full game,
I
bro.
always watch
You
the
don't
full
see what Enzo does in the game.
I always watch the
He's
full
our
game.
facilitator. He's the reason why.
Caicedo, Lavia is Chelsea's best midfield by
Why
a
Caicedo,
country
Lavia,
mile.
Cole
But-
Palmer, that's top.
But the way you're talking about Enzo is like this guy is like just dash him like he's
Lavia comes into
he's
the
just
team,
there.
bro.
He's just there. So Enzo's a
Lavia should
facilitator, bro.
start. And that physicality will help you,
But-
bro.
but
right
there's-
now, it's just Caicedo in the midfield.
But
He's doing it by himself.
there's things that Enzo does that Lavia and Caicedo can't do. And when you watch the game, the 90 minutes with your eyes and not go on Match of the Day and watch highlights or go on
No one does
YouTube
that.
or
No.
go on Twitter
Not what
and
anyone does.
see, this,
Not
that
what anyone
Caicedo
does.
had a good game. Yes,
Yeah.
Caicedo had a good game, but Enzo Fernandez had a good game as well and give him his flowers.
Alright.
Next topic, man.
Fez, let's move on.
Okay, on to Liverpool.
Liverpool versus Bournemouth, 3-0. Diaz scored 2 goals and Nunes scored an absolute worldie. Can we talk about Diaz quickly? He's having a fantastic,
let's talk about Luis Diaz.
fantastic season so far.
He's been one of the contenders for probably the best player of the season so far.
I was going to say probably Liverpool's best player so
He's
far
been
this season.
definitely been Liverpool's best player of the season so far.
And contender for the best player in the league as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
on 5 goals, I think. 5
Yeah,
goals,
yeah,
yeah.
Can't stop scoring.
Can't stop
5 and
scoring.
5, maybe a couple assists in there as well.
Yeah, a couple assists. I'm not sure how many assists
He's
he's
been
got, but he's
very,
probably got a
very
couple
good, man.
assists.
He's been very
And
good.
it's funny looking back at last season when Liverpool wanted to sell him, or Liverpool fans, wanted him gone,
yeah.
and he's absolutely rejuvenated. Like I said previously, he dyed his hair and he hasn't looked back.
And the thing is, the entire game, he's such a threat. Like, Liverpool need something, look for Diaz, look for the switch over to Diaz. He's
so
casually
direct.
beating 3-4 players, getting a cross in, getting a shot off, winning a corner. So even when he's not scoring, and he still scored 2 goals, he's a constant threat the entire time. And it's been
Doesn't have it
it's
for
been
defenders.
a case for the entire season. He's generally just been the perfect winger.
Yeah.
Liverpool was their squad is top.
Lost
It's not
to
even-
Forest, lost 1-0 to Forest last week though.
They did.
You know what's
That was
crazy?
shocking
You know what's
result.
crazy?
Setback.
It will happen.
They've only conceded 1 goal in the Premier League this season, and that was against Nottingham Forest, and that's the only game they lost.
Calmaton as well, yeah.
That's the only game they lost. They've only conceded 1 goal, so they've had a clean sheet for 4 out of 5
And
games.
they've been scoring in their game.
and they've been scoring. And
Sorry, guys.
And what's crazy is that they're now in a position where a lot of people have doubted Arne Slot.
Arne
You know, being
Slot.
able to take over Klopp.
Yeah.
I think I don't like gassing Liverpool players up, but Ryan Gravenberch, he just seems like that sort of 6 where he's
can do it all,
genuinely
man.
going into the role. Like he seems very physical. He's eating up lots of ground. It's like
Yeah.
the guy is suddenly like on drugs. It looks
Powerhouse,
nuts
man.
because he's massive, yeah. But he's so good on the half turn on the ball.
Glides
He-
across the
off the ball.
pitch.
He literally with the ball, gliding with the ball. Off the ball, he's just covering, eating up so much ground. You know what I mean? And he's back and forth, and he's literally just been a great 6. It's been a very good 6 season so far for Liverpool.
And his ball playing is good as well, man.
Yeah, very
He
good
can
ball
make them
playing. He's very good on the
passes.
ball. He's slick on the turn, good with his feet. And at first I was thinking, like, what's Slot thinking here with Gravenberch in the 6? Not the most physical, you know what I mean? Not the most tenacious, not the best in duels. But he's literally been the reverse of that. Like, he's just been very good for Arsenal so
And
far.
you know what's
Probably
crazy?
his best game for Liverpool against Bournemouth.
And what's crazy is that coming from that journey where he went to Bayern Munich, where he was a squad player, literally wasn't playing much, coming off the bench sometimes, and then he made that loan move to Liverpool last season, and a lot of people were questioning because they wanted Caicedo last season and they didn't get him and ended up loaning Gravenberch. quite late into end of the season.
Did they not sign him straight away?
End of the transfer window. I'm pretty sure they got him as a Caicedo alternative. Oh no, they got Endo as a Caicedo alternative.
Endo,
sorry.
yeah.
But anyways, the point is they didn't initially see him as a permanent move, and last season he wasn't incredible. Klopp really didn't trust him like that, and I don't know. Maybe it's that Dutch connection with Arne Slot, who's trusted him and almost given him the keys to that midfield, and now he looks like a player rejuvenated and a player full of trust. You know, trust for players is a crazy thing because
It works wonders, isn't it?
Without the trust, last season you see him, you probably think, send him back on loan. And then Arne Slot probably advocated for that signing, for him to come as a permanent signing. Probably, I think they got him for like 30 odd million in this market. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. And
I do wonder how long he can keep up the intensity and this form as I say.
Yeah, is it a current
Because
moment
it's not been his role
Yeah.
for his career. You know,
Yeah.
he's obviously doing really well. Also, I want to talk about Szoboszlai as well.
we spoke about him last season.
And I have to
last
say
episode.
again, it's just been proven right. Liverpool got fleeced.
How much did they pay for him?
About upwards of 50. And he's not worth that. He's probably worth half of that. Like, even in the Bundesliga, he's not your guy who's going to score goals and assists.
He's
You know
not.
what I mean? He comes off after the hour again.
He's the 10 and he's not the best passer.
How? He's not on 8s and he can't really pass either. Not the most creative. He's good off the ball. Has a good engine, like I said, but yeah, he's not great. Darwin Núñez, what's a goal though?
What's a goal?
Down,
So
cutting
before
in
we
like
talk
that.
about Núñez, I'm talking about other midfielder.
Yeah.
McAllister.
Put my hands up. I underestimated him.
McAllister?
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
that?
is it? You underestimated him. I thought you were
underestimated
guessing him up enough.
No. I've known he's a very good football player, but when he came into Liverpool, I was like, I don't know how well he's going to do.
Brilliant
I don't
player.
see exactly what he specializes in. I thought he was good at everything, but great at nothing. Wow, was I wrong? This player can do it all. He knits the play together from back to front. As I said, Szoboszlai's not the best passer. McAllister's the best passer.
Oh, his
he can
passing-
play
his
in the
passing
8.
is top.
He can possibly play in the 10. I've seen some Liverpool fans
Oh,
saying
yeah,
they
for
want
Brighton,
to
He's done it
play
at
in the 10.
Brighton. He's done it.
Brighton
He
was a
scored
10,
some
yeah.
goals, assists.
So he can play there. The skies passes, over the top passes. The ball that he gave to Salah that he didn't score, that was unreal. First time outside of the foot.
Yeah.
He is
Taking the piss.
Not many
I think
players can do
also
that.
Arne Slot realised that let me use because last season it was McAllister in the 6, which was what Klopp done. Slot put Gravenberch in there and realised McAllister's best position is the 8.
the 800%.
And he's even better than he was last season. He's genuinely really good. And I hate gassing up Liverpool players. I hate
Yeah.
it. But this guy is just a brilliant for the bargain of £35 million.
in today's market,
For someone that
35
good,
for a player like that is
come on.
unreal
Brilliant
business.
footballer.
Unreal business.
Genuinely such a good player.
I think Liverpool have done really well.
My favourite player, Liverpool.
They didn't sign anyone this season, right?
Yeah, McAllister. Huh?
They finished the
think
transfer. They didn't sign
yeah, I
anyone,
don't
They
right?
signed one guy. They signed one player, Chiesa.
Oh, he came on as well.
Came on for a bit,
Yeah.
came on.
But other than Chiesa, they haven't signed anybody. I think they've done really well. I've put them top 4,
Up on top 4.
but
Easy.
you know, I wanted to see how well they'd get along. But they've exceeded my expectations. They're doing very well.
Can we talk about the right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold? I think at this point, it's kind of like foreign to me what he's doing as a right back.
Bro.
100 GA as a right back. For
You're
Liverpool.
lying.
100 GA.
Is it 100 now?
Is that 100?
When did he hit that?
This game.
The
literally.
assist for Diaz, the second
Yeah,
goal.
yeah.
With Diaz shot under the keeper.
I think it's coming to a point where,
Because now you see how he's driving with the ball now.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Running into that space, then playing the pass.
He's playing with an
It's like he's
arrogance.
unlocking like new things
There's
all the
still
time. I
more
don't think
levels
that's
to it,
possible.
innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is
And
so good.
also he's playing with an arrogance, a swagger, like he's the guy, like the confidence that he's playing with. And look, he's been compared to Reece James and whatnot.
come on.
But it's
Let's not be
difficult when
You can't make those comparisons.
It's
They're
difficult.
two very different players.
it's difficult when
One better than the other.
Reece James is not playing and Trent is playing. And Trent is always fit and he's always on the pitch and he's always doing these things on the ball that
And
I'll be
better.
honest, some things that he does on the ball.
that some players can't do.
I
Most players
just
can't
look and like, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, how do you do that? How do you make this pass? Or how do you
How do you
even
even think
have
of
the
trying
vision
that?
to see that pass? Or how do you even end up pulling that pass off? Or like, sometimes a ball will come rolling into him and he will just first time switch it. And it's like nothing to him. It's nothing.
Trent is a generational talent. That's a great.
He's a generational talent. He's a generational
You
talent.
don't see this come
And
around.
And look, I'll be honest. I was not fond. I wouldn't say I wasn't fond of him, but I was.
When it was Reece James versus
nitpicking.
Trent,
Yeah, I was.
he didn't
you were
like him.
nitpicking his
I was
neg- his
picking-
negatives.
He used to downplay him.
I was picking Reece,
it was
obviously, as a
against his
Chelsea
best
fan.
player, his favourite player.
But obviously, we know his downfalls as defensively. But look, like I said, like players like this, man, you make exceptions for them. You don't talk about that.
You
build teams around
You can cover that.
Yeah.
You can
Brilliant
cover his
player.
defense's
You
inabilities.
Yeah, you should. Trent is the sort of player where you make up for what he can't.
Yeah,
do.
Yeah.
exactly.
Because what he gives you,
in
like,
return,
is like no one else.
Exactly,
Tenfold.
exactly.
Tenfold of what you lose out on.
And
You heard it here first. Trent is going to Real Madrid in the summer.
you think so?
2025. Yes, for free.
100%.
For free.
Yeah, he's
He
a
will go there.
galactical player, bro.
He's going to go to Real Madrid next summer. I'm telling you now.
They've not signed the
You
right
heard
back
it
for
here
ages.
first.
Vasquez has
on
been there.
FTF.
Carvajal's been there for ages. They've
Trent's
not signed.
free, and he loves Bellingham.
And I think,
Comments on all of his posts.
I think,
Imagine Trent at Real Madrid.
I think
bro.
it would be so
I don't
unfair.
want to imagine that.
I think
Champions League on Champions League on Champions League. Bro.
Real Madrid at a point where it's just unfair now.
Greedy,
And,
boring.
and, and
Greedy.
maybe
Why that's greedy?
maybe
Greedy.
UEFA should step in. Maybe.
Yeah, just say no. Like
Yeah.
there's no rule.
Yeah,
but so
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
just
It's not fair. It's not
having
fair. Like having Trent
career mode,
finding
bro. Bellingham,
Vinny Jr., Mbappe, Bellingham, Rodrigo. Like, come on, man. Come on. It's not fair. And Trent, if you
main
love football,
stage.
just stay at Liverpool, please, please, brother.
If you want to have fun, go there.
Come to Arsenal, man.
Wallah, I don't.
In a heartbeat.
Wallah, I don't.
Cut off your hand.
Can we talk about Mo Salah as well? Who I feel like at this point in time, he's maybe not scoring as much, but I think his game overall has matured so much. And today, when they played Bournemouth, he got an assist, obviously, but his overall game has improved levels. The Salah that we're seeing now compared to Salah in 2017, 2018, who beat the record at the time for most goals in a season, which was
32 by Cristiano Ronaldo
32
and
by
Alan Shearer.
Cristiano Ronaldo. And now you look at a player that's so much more matured, who's now looking for the pass rather than looking for the goal. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Salah, I have to praise him because I was the guy that was saying at the time where if he doesn't score, he's going to have a bad game. But now his game has matured, his game has elevated to a level where you have to respect him. You can only respect him. He's a Premier League great, a Premier League legend. And he's at a point where for Liverpool, I reckon it might be his last season. He hasn't signed an extension. And is he going to win something? Maybe. You know, Liverpool are second in the league with 12 points, 1 point behind City. Can they win the league? Can Liverpool win the league?
No.
Can, but they won't.
It does nothing to Salah's legacy anyway. He's won the league already.
But I think Liverpool are
Can win it
going
again.
about their business very quietly. Like no one's putting them on the
On a low-key
spotlight.
one, innit?
No one's putting them on.
I think
They'll
they'd rather
just catch
that.
you at the end.
They'd rather
yeah.
that.
Business
They'd
end of the
rather that,
season.
of
They'd
course.
rather that.
Yeah,
Of course,
yeah.
anyone would rather that.
Yeah, we'll see towards the
No one
end
wants to
if
be
they-
at the
if they do
front.
any of that.
All the pressure's on you. But I don't think they're going to do it.
3-0, easy win for them.
Bournemouth lost back-to-back games. Last week they were unbeaten. Lost against Chelsea. Lost against Liverpool.
Yes.
Kepa made his debut. Conceded 3 goals. Gosh.
What was he doing for that?
Made a good save for
Diaz
Diaz's shot. The first one.
Huh?
The Diaz goal, the second goal, when he came out the
it's
box.
so easy, innit?
You're coming out, you better get that, bro.
Diaz's first goal, though, innit? Where he brought it down and went around.
Oh, was it the first one?
Yeah, that was Diaz's first one, I
That
think.
one.
Yeah.
Whatever one it was when he came out the box. No man's land.
Yeah, Bournemouth.
Do you feel like Bournemouth are missing Solanke? He was a reason where they had a large chunk of their goals last season. Probably up
Yeah,
to
they are.
like 50% of their goals he probably scored, and they haven't replaced him adequately. Are they gonna rue that? You know, selling
Probably, yeah.
selling
Yeah.
Solanke.
Yeah. It'll take time for them to adjust to it. But Semenyo up top.
Semenyo, Ivan Nilsson.
Hit the crossbar, innit?
He scored a offside
Kluivert.
goal.
Yeah.
First couple minutes.
Oh, it was offside. It scored, it was
Tabby
offside.
did.
Scored offside, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think Bournemouth are going to do this season? Do you think they'll stay up? Do you think?
They'll stay up, yeah.
They'll stay up.
Said last week, innit?
Hopefully, I think they're a team that we want them to stay up. They're that sort of team. Spurs versus Brentford. 3-1 to Spurs. Solanke, Johnson, and Maddison, and then Mbeumo for Brentford. And Mbeumo scored again in the first minute. What a goal, though! What a goal!
That volley.
Wonder strike.
Oh my days. And last week they scored in the first
minute.
22 seconds.
Yeah.
This week is the first 27
to
seconds.
back.
Can't hold
But
out
what
their
a goal
wins,
that
their
is.
leads.
Like, that's Zidane
Too early.
Yeah.
That volley is literally Zidane.
That's insane.
And Mbeumo's such a good player. For him to pull off something like that as well,
Yeah.
what a finish.
Obviously, Whistle was out this week. They played Carvalho, who joined from Liverpool. But Spurs obviously took them apart. It was a pretty easy game for Spurs.
Routine.
Yeah, obviously.
Solanke first goal.
Three of their attackers getting a goal: Brennan Johnson, Maddison, and Solanke.
What's that? Brennan Johnson, 2 goals, 2 games.
2 goals, 2 games.
When he scored, he shushed his own fans.
He's shushing you, lot.
Yeah,
I think he watched FTF.
like I
listen to
said,
him every week.
I wish him nothing with
I was saying
Listen to him every week.
No, I said he was a player that was being misused. He's not a winger, bro. I said it.
He's been scoring the goals from the right wing. I don't think he's a striker. That's the thing.
I think he's a second striker. I think he should play behind the
I
striker.
don't think so. Nah.
What? He was doing it for
On the
Brentford.
right, it makes sense.
Not Brentford. Why do you keep saying Brentford? Not in Forest.
Yeah.
Doing it for, and he scored a lot of goals doing that.
He scored. But listen, I wish him. He's a Welsh lad. You know, at the end of the day, I wish him nothing but the best.
Did you see midweek when he scored that incredible goal? And he didn't even want to celebrate.
It wasn't incredible, but yeah,
It was
a good goal.
It was a good goal. And he didn't even want to celebrate. And then after the game, Son was pushing him to the fans.
He looked so shook.
And he was scared. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, no, a good goal for him. I'm happy for him. See the Maddison chip as well. Nice goal for Maddison at the end.
Top player.
That
Think,
finish
was it Johnson assist or Son? No, Son assist. I think it was.
Put it through the
Chip at the
legs.
end and just like right inside the net like that. It was a very nice goal. But Tottenham.
Madison had a very good game. That
Yeah,
game.
Madison, good game. Nice routine, 3-1 win for them.
What was the other goal?
Solanke debut.
Solanke.
Solanke not debut. Solanke's first goal. It was a rebound from one of the shots, and then he tapped it in. Right place, right time. I think he's off the mark for Spurs now. We'll see if he can continue to score for Spurs, which is what they brought him in for. I still don't think the attack is going to synergize well because I just don't think the profiles are too different for me.
I think we have to
with
give
Johnson,
it time,
Son,
though.
and
We have to
Solanke,
give
like
it
I
time.
said, but he's off the mark now.
Yeah.
I hope he scores more. I like him.
Obviously,
Fellow anime fan.
Spurs are at a point this season where they've not picked up the amount of points you would have expected them to. They have 7 points currently. I think they're in the bottom half of the table.
They joined on points with United.
I think it's quite disappointing because I did have Spurs in my top 5.
But like you're saying, disappointing. We're 5 games in.
We are 5 games in, but
So
looking
let's-
at the other teams, I think there's a lot of teams that are stronger than Spurs.
we'll
this
see.
season.
We're only 5
I
games in,
think
so you know.
Arsenal are stronger. I think City are stronger. I think Chelsea are stronger, and I think Liverpool are stronger.
So
and
so fifth is not.
5.
they can still make top 5, but then you have Aston Villa as well, who look
Yeah,
very
it's
strong as
5
well.
games in, so we'll see now. We'll see.
Yeah. What do you think? Like, obviously it was a different game to Arsenal last week, where there was a lot of pressure on them in the North London derby, where Arsenal had some players out. They came away to Brentford, and what it seems like to me this season is a common theme: is that Brentford are scoring first and just losing the lead.
They can't hold it.
They can't hold in the
That's what
lead.
happens when you score too early.
Too early.
You can't score that
Yeah,
early.
it doesn't
We're
help.
30 seconds in, like, I don't know what you expect to do.
But also, like Bournemouth, I think a big part of the reason why is they're missing Tony. I think Tony was the system for Brentford. And as much as people might not like to say it, Tony is 50% of Brentford. He's the reason why they were doing as good as they were. He was the player where they would go long, he'd take the ball down, bring other players in, and now they kind of have to adapt to that. And you obviously have Wissa out and Bournemouth playing with Carvalho, who's not really a striker. It's something that they're going to have to adapt to. And
Yeah, I believe in Thomas Frank to adapt to a fantastic manager for me.
but
Very good manager. And he'll find a way.
previously-
He'll find a way to move on from Tony.
Yeah, I do think so, but I'm saying like the thing is now that's more concerning is that they're conceding a lot more goals. And Brentford were a team where you'd pack them in big games. I would be scared to go away from home, play Brentford, because you know their stadium is a very loud stadium. Their players are always on it. They play this long ball football and like the football that teams are not really used to anymore, and they'd catch teams out. And this season they've not really looked like a team that's gelling well, and they've got a lot of things to work on. You know, Thomas Frank has a lot to work on. Did they replace Tony? Did they buy a striker? I don't think they did.
The Sharda guy who came on.
That's why you can't cheap out, man. You know when you get a lot of money for a striker.
Yeah, but Tony left on literally deadline day.
Yeah, but they knew. They knew going into this season that Tony wanted to leave.
Yeah,
I think
Wissa, I guess the Wissa injury, they couldn't foresee that.
yes.
But we'll see with Brentford, man. They have to adapt without Tony. They'll be okay because
How many points are they on?
I'm not sure. Maybe
Which is-
6. 6 on the table.
I think
it's 6, but
they're on 6 points. Yeah, they've won 2 and lost 3. They've not drawn any.
yeah.
So yeah, I think Brentford have got a lot of work to do, and yeah, I think Tottenham from here on, I think Tottenham should build on their win and just continue, man, and build on that system. I do believe Andrew's a good manager, and I do believe that he will end up doing something of note for Spurs. But yeah, let's move on to the next game. Aston Villa versus Wolves, West Midland.
Aston Villa. What's that?
Aston
Villa.
I say Aston Villa.
Aston.
I think it must be a London thing.
No, it's not.
Okay. Aston Villa versus Wolves, West Midland derby, 3-1 to Aston Villa. Cunha. What happened?
Speak, bro.
What happened?
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, bro. 3-1 to Aston Villa. Cunha scored in the 25th minute. Watkins, Konza, and Duran in extra time. I think we kind of see the theme that's going along with Aston Villa right now. Concede and come back to win the game.
Happened so many times.
Happened so many times this season. I think
Newcastle,
probably,
Everton.
I think probably 4 out of 5 games this season has happened. Every win possibly.
The fans are loving that or no?
I don't know. I'll be honest.
It's entertaining, but why do you keep conceding first?
I don't know, but you know what? You know what we have to do? Yeah, is give flowers to Unai Emery because he's completely transformed this Aston Villa team.
Check what I called him Villa, bro. Please.
Why
are you saying it like that?
He's transformed this Aston Villa team
Villa.
to a level where they're now in the Champions League midweek. They've spanked. Was it Sparta?
They won 3-0.
Sparta Moscow, I think it was.
Someone.
If I'm not sure, if I'm mistaken.
Dinamo Zagreb.
One of those
Dinamo
teams.
Zagreb.
And then came into a Premier League game and won again. Back to back. And they're only third in the Premier League, only behind Liverpool and Man City.
I think Aston Villa, they can now establish themselves as a top 4 side because, or they probably will in the future because they are now excelling at beating every team they're better than.
Yep.
They might struggle against Arsenal, against City, against Liverpool,
but they'll still
against
do
United,
well.
Spurs as well, and Chelsea.
Okay.
But against every other team, so the rest of the league, they will most likely win. And if they can win all the games against the so-called inferior teams, no disrespect, then they can get top 4 as long as they scrape results against the better teams. You know, that's what they're very good at. And Duran scored, but it wasn't a banger.
Yeah, he left out.
Woke. You can only score long shots, man. No, it happens.
He missed the memo this week, I think. But
said, let me change it up. Good celebration, no?
Good celebration.
Man.
And John Duran is becoming that player where now, do you think, if you're John Duran, do you think, let me play, let me start now?
I don't know, it's working, innit? I think in Emery's head, he's thinking, okay, Watkins is a superior striker. Unless I'm going to play 2 strikers up top, I can't drop on my best player.
It's not going to change
You
the
know
whole
what I mean?
system. Just another
and it's
player in.
off the bench, he scored how many times? It's becoming a joke now.
Working, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
his time will come. You just have to be
I think it
patient.
should be like that with Garnacho. I don't want to bring back United.
Yeah.
But the run off the bench works perfectly for
Yeah,
Aston Villa. You know what I mean? Watkins
scored again.
He
Scored again.
You know what I mean?
He didn't score in his first 3, and now in back-to-back games, he scored in the Premier League. So
2 last game as well.
yeah, he's on like 3 Premier League goals, and in general, like I said, Villa are now a side where they're probably excelling my expectation. I didn't really think Villa were going to be this good, especially when we were talking about in our predictions, knowing that they had Champions League football and how they're going to manage that. They went into the market very well. They made some sensible transfers. They bought in what's his name? Onana. They brought in some key players in and around to bolster their squad, and now they're enjoying the fruits of it.
I want to touch upon as well Morgan Rogers.
No.
Before the also in the first 4 games he didn't get any goals or assists, but it didn't take away from the fact that he's been brilliant. Now he finally got 2 assists. Now it's coming. Now it's it's adding up. But he's getting the stats to back up his performances. He's playing in a 10, and he's one of the best 10s so far in Europe.
No, forget that. He's been one of the best players in the league. Full stop.
Like he drives with the ball as well.
But you know what's crazy though?
The way he shoots everything is such a
Morgan Rogers is he was a striker previous to joining Aston Villa. At Middlesbrough, he was a striker. In his youth days, he was a striker. And
always better the second striker.
But now he's reinvented himself though. He's now like, bro, to me, I'm watching it. I see Pogba, bro. The way he's carrying the ball, the way he's shielding the ball, the way he's like bringing play from defense to attack. Like Morgan Rogers is a player that I think probably might be young player this season. He's that good. And he's still young. He's like 22, 23 max. What a player, man. What a player. And like you said, like he didn't have no GA prior to this game today. But if you watched him, you'd know that he's been Aston Villa's best player, if not one of 2 or 3 best players for Aston Villa this season. But yeah,
Great player.
They played Wolves, who
Bottom
are
of the
rock
league.
Bottom.
Are they winless? I believe they're
0
winless.
wins.
Rock bottom. They're winless.
Any points on the board?
I think 1 point. 1 point,
One
right?
draw.
1 point, 1 draw.
Matheus Cunha scored a nice goal from hit the post and went in.
Yep.
I had Wolves to actually be a surprise package, but I don't know, man.
What's
I don't
going
know
on,
what's
man?
going on.
What's
Yeah,
go-
nah, that's
But the preseason they had,
what I'm saying.
like watching them preseason, bro, they were so good.
They do it right.
And then in our predictions, we were like, they're one to watch. Like they're one to watch this season, coming into the season.
You can see too many goals,
And
and,
it's just-
they don't make up for it going forward, like Aston Villa do, who concede quite a bit. But even the goal Wolves scored, there was a mistake from Villa building up from the back, as has been the case a lot this weekend. By the way, team trying to build up from. I've said
Yeah.
it before. Team trying to build up from the back, not working.
Yeah.
Villa can do it, but they got punished this time by Cunha, who scored. So even the goals Wolves are scoring, it's not really from their own initiative. You know,
I feel like
it's them just
They've
capitalizing
lost
on
some of their
mistakes.
top players. They've lost Neto, they've lost Kilman, and they haven't replaced them
Yeah, they haven't replaced them.
Adequately.
adequate. They
Yeah.
haven't found adequate replacements.
That's the
for
problem.
them.
That's the problem.
You can't
problem.
replace cheap, man. You always find out. It's better to buy once than to buy. It's better. It's better to buy one.
It's just better to replace them.
No, like there's a
good
saying.
replacement.
It's a saying like, you know, if you have a leaking pipe, like if you try to fix it cheaply, you're gonna have to do that job again. You might as well.
It's better to buy right than to buy twice.
That's the one.
You know, I guessed it. I don't even know if that's a saying, but I guessed it. You couldn't say
That sounds about right. It's better to
Is
buy.
that a saying?
It's better to buy.
it. Right. Than
It could be a saying.
Yeah, to buy twice because you can replace someone cheaper and they're not as good in quality wise, and then you're gonna have to buy someone else to replace that player that you bought.
Yeah, but Wolves didn't replace anything.
No, but I'm saying in
They
general.
didn't
in
buy
general,
it
in general.
at all.
That's
I don't, or at least I don't think so anyway.
yeah.
But even though they've lost them good players, like you said, that doesn't excuse some of the goals they conceded. That
Yeah.
goal
Yeah, they concede too much.
from the build up. Nip that in the bud.
But they're trying to be a team that's pressing though. They're trying to go at teams. I think maybe they should just be like, under Nuno, they were a defensive team.
Yeah.
They knew what their game was. They knew how to shut down big teams even. And now they want to be this free-flowing attacking team under
Gary O'Neill.
Gary O'Neill, who's known for that attacking football, and he's not shying away from that. But sometimes, like in this moment in time where their neck is almost underwater and they need some points on the board, they need to switch up their style just to get some breathing space. Because once you're in that drop zone for a long time and the pressure starts to build on from the fans and the players will feel that. So, look,
Can't keep playing catch up all season, man.
you can't, man. And I think it's better to fix that now than to be like, oh, later, we should have done that, we should have done
Yeah.
that. And you know what's crazy about the drop zone is that I think the drop zone, the 6 teams all on 1 point. The bottom 6 teams, someone fact checked me before I look stupid. They're all on 1 point and 6 teams have not won a game.
Yeah, yeah.
And they all haven't won a game.
Everton and Wolves all on 1 point.
And they all haven't won a game, which is crazy. And you know what's even more crazy? You know that bottom 4 right now. If you look at that bottom 4,
Ipswich,
that's my
Southampton,
current bottom 4 to go down.
Everton,
and I
Wolves.
made that predictions
Well, 4 teams can't go
in
down.
July. Or not go down, but that's my bottom 4 currently.
Okay.
And it's exactly right in that exact order.
Yeah, we'll change, but well done for now.
Hopefully that
If the
stays.
season ended today,
hopefully
yeah,
that
you'd be
stays
right.
correct, and I'll be so right.
This video is very long, guys, so we're just gonna go over the rest of the games
Quickly sum up the rest of the
and
fixtures.
next time we'll time manage better.
Yeah,
so
we
can
lost our
mention the
heads a
games
little
more.
bit with the first segment with
City Arsenal.
City Arsenal.
Felt like an eternity ago.
Eternity, but yeah, go on.
Tyler Dibling
Still new to
scored
this.
for Southampton.
Yep.
Very good talent with the whip.
Yep.
Opened up his body, scored the goal.
Had my
And-
stocks on him from
Yeah.
quite a while.
Yeah, and then Sam Morsey, Ipswich captain, my boy, Egyptian brother.
Yeah.
With a long shot which deflected in. Gave Ipswich a point finally on the board.
Yeah.
So they can take that. Hopefully they can build on from it. Ipswich, my second team.
Yep.
Um,
So that score 1-1.
1-1.
Okay.
Also in the Premier League, Fulham, we didn't mention Fulham Newcastle. Fulham beat
Yep.
Newcastle 3-1. A few Arsenal old boys scoring.
The
Smith Rowe,
reunion.
Reece
Nelson,
Nelson
yeah.
and
man.
Smith Rowe, who was assisted by Alex Iwobi. So
So it's literally
My
a
boys.
Arsenal party.
Arsenal
Link
goal,
up,
yeah.
man.
And
Yeah.
Jimenez's goal
Overdue.
was the Jimenez of old.
Yeah.
The way just
I like seeing that. I like seeing
shot
that,
into
yeah.
the bottom corner. You want to see more of that from Jimenez. Newcastle 3-1 loss away. You know,
Barnes scored for Newcastle.
Eddie Howe. You know what I mean?
You know,
might have to go soon.
on the bookies, like he's one of the top to
Yeah,
get.
but it's from last season too. The way he
Yeah,
ended
from last.
season.
That's
He wasn't
strange,
good
you know?
last
Is
season.
it? He ended the
a lot,
season
a lot of
badly.
people, yeah, a lot of people were saying that Eddie Howe has to go next. People want him for England, but Newcastle was not really getting it
Yeah,
done.
want to
But
watch
he's not,
that,
he's not
want
helped
to
by PSR either.
Yeah, they had to sell some
They
players
have to
and that,
restrict
yeah,
the signings
yeah.
and stuff. So we'll see with that. Not a good result for them. And I believe that is all
Right,
she wrote.
Brighton 2-2.
You are right. Oh, that's a good game as
That
well.
was a good game.
man.
We could have talked about that, but guys, this video is way too long.
Brighton 2-2. Let me just quickly add it up so I can remember the goal scorers. Against Forest.
Okay,
Yeah. I did
yep.
catch a bit of the game, not all of it.
Forest who won last week against Liverpool.
Yeah. Welbeck free kick.
Wow.
That guy Welbs.
Still
right to the
playing.
corner.
Crazy.
Still playing to this day. bro.
Welbeck free
That
kick
guy, man.
before GTA 6. Crazy.
You know what's crazy? I remember Welbeck playing when United beat Arsenal like 8-2.
And he scored.
And he's still playing now. Longevity is
I
crazy.
remember when he played against United. He was set through against Real Madrid, and he could have won us the game or helped us win the game. And he tried thinking the keeper. Tried thinking.
Was it Kalo? No.
Was it-
Earlier. Casillas.
Casillas,
Yeah.
and just caught it.
Yeah. Very embarrassing moment. Okay, but continue. We ain't got time for that today, bro.
The main talking point about this game was the Gibbs White red card. I don't know if you've seen it, but Gibbs White was on a yellow card, and then João Pedro had the ball, and Gibbs White on a yellow slid in quite aggressively, got the ball, and then the rest said calm, no problem. Suddenly the Brighton bench were upset at the player injured on the floor, saying, "Yo, send off Gibbs White." Next thing you know, ref calls over Gibbs White, sends him off.
That's very controversial. I don't like that.
I need to watch
After
that.
I don't
previously
like that.
saying to Gibbs White, "No, you won the ball, it's calm."
Yeah.
So Gibbs White protested. Nuno protested. Got sent off as well. Nuno. Fabian Hertz, the Brighton manager, was
three red
angry at the
cards, innit?
protest, so he got sent off.
Yeah.
So Gibbs White, Nuno, and Fabian Hertz all got sent off at the
That's
same time.
so chaotic.
Controversial from the referee because, in my opinion,
over the place,
Gibbs White won the ball, but because João Pedro was on the floor holding his ankle and stuff, and he's on a yellow already, came in
Yeah.
quite aggressively, got sent off, which I don't agree with. But yeah,
But the controversial point of that is the ref changing his mind.
It seems as if the
Because if
Brighton
he
bench
stuck to
affected him.
it, then maybe no one's having an outrage like that.
They
You know
might,
what I mean?
they might say after the game he could have got sent
He
off.
could have got it. But
now,
on
yeah.
the pitch, when everyone's seeing you,
After saying it's calm.
crazy. I don't know how you got away with that.
Yeah,
And
so that's the main talking point there.
Everton?
We know referees have been dodgy for time.
There's a lot of red cards this
he
season,
hates
man.
referees.
A lot of red cards, man.
And the Everton game,
Leicester.
Leicester 1-1. Mavididi the equaliser after an Iliman Ndiaye very good goal.
What a
The
player.
way he strolled past 2-3 players, started the bottom corner, hit the post and in. Not bottom corner, but post
What
and
a
in.
player, man.
Bro, he's very, very good, man. I remember from time, Rising Ballers.
Why are you
I
begging
was
it? You
there
weren't
for
there,
time.
bro.
Iliman
You weren't there.
Ndiaye, stocks.
You
for
weren't
time,
there,
that's my
bro.
boy,
I
man.
seen Eleman and Jai got like from a 16-year-old
Yeah.
make it all the way to the Premier League. Last season was at Marseille. It didn't really work out for him at Marseille. You know, there was obviously a lot of things going on. But he's come back to the Premier League rejuvenated, and he looks like a player that's.
He was at Sheffield before, innit?
He was at Sheffield. He
And then
got
they
them
went
to the
down.
Premier League, and then he left the season when Sheffield came to the Premier League. He went to Marseille.
Oh, last season he was at
went to Marseille, and then came back this season to Everton, and he's their number 10. So yeah,
A player I like for Leicester very much, Steffi Mavididi.
he didn't start this season.
He didn't start the season, yeah. He didn't start the season.
It's strange. That was very strange.
Fatal and someone else, I forgot
Yeah.
who it was. But he was a threat all game, Mavididi. I'm not sure why he wasn't starting before. He started this game and he's Leicester's best player by far. Even last season in the Championship.
He's a 1v1 threat.
Yeah, the things he was doing last year in the Championship, from what I was watching,
Yeah.
he'd easily beat a man, started bottom corner, find the cross. He should be Leicester's main man, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A threat all game, and even scored for them. So, yeah.
Both on 1 point. That's their first point. I think they got.
Leicester and Everton. No, Leicester on 3 points.
Oh, less on 3
They're on
points.
3 draws, I believe. Winless though. A lot of teams are winless.
Okay, let's
A
start.
lot of teams are winless, but yeah, Leicester Everton 1-1.
Yeah.
Decent game.
And that's it.
And yeah, that is all
That's
she
it,
wrote,
guys.
So
that is a
thank
wrap,
you very
guys.
much.
Thank you for tuning in. If you got this far, the word of the day. Trossard.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Okay, what's the word of the day?
The word of the day is. I know what? Yeah, let's go with Trossard.
Trossard.
We can
For the
rattle this
bands.
guy.
For the bands.
Yeah,
For the
yeah.
bands.
Look at him, all rattled already.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, man. We try, guys, to bring you guys weekly content. We are trying to step up the quality
we're gonna
of
have
ideas.
timestamps of different
Hopefully,
matches.
hopefully, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we're gonna try time manage a bit better,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
we can cover each game.
Yeah.
Um,
This week was a unique one. You know, it was different.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things to talk about in the City Arsenal game. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys tune in, follow, subscribe, like, comment, all of that, share it.
Follow the TikTok, the Instagram.
the TikTok, the Instagram,
FTF Pod 3.
everything. All FTF Pod 3 on all social platforms, guys. Even on Twitter, even though we're not on there. Yeah,
We'll be on
but
there soon.
We'll be on there soon, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in,
Guys,
guys.
mark your calendars for February 1st. That's when City come to
Yeah,
the
guys.
Emirates. Thank you.
Thank you
Take
very
care,
much for
man.
tuning in. Take care.
Peace.
Love.
What are you doing?